Good morning, esteemed guests, distinguished speakers, and valued delegate. I am Trupti Pawar, Secretary General, Hotel and Restaurant Association, Western India. It is a privilege to welcome you all to the 4th edition of the HRAWI Conclave and Awards for Empowering Hospitality at the Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa, Nashik. This journey started in Pune, continued to Ahmedabad and Nagpur, and today we are proud to host this prestigious event in Nasik, a city of renown for its rich heritage, hospitality, and thriving wine tourism. Each edition of the conclave has brought forth invaluable discussion and insights and collaborations that drive our industry forward. Today we gather for an insightful and engaging experience exploring the latest trends, innovations and strategies in the hospitality industry. Our goal is to strengthen and elevate the sector, and we are honored to have such an accomplished assembly of professionals joining us. To commence our program, may I request everyone to stand for the national anthem?
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you, everyone. Next, to ensure a safe and secure environment, we will have a demonstration on fire exits by Mr. Abhishek Donde, Loss Prevention Manager at Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa, Nashik. Abhishek. Thank you, Mr. Donde, for this essential demonstration. Your commitment to the safety is truly commendable. Now I invite Mr. Pradeep Shetty, immediate past President HRAWI, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good morning, esteemed guests, industry leaders, valuable members of the HRAWI, and our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Chaudhary, for being with us. It is my privilege to welcome all of you to the 4th edition of the HRAWI Conclave and Awards for Empowering Hospitality. Over the past 3 editions at Pune, Ahmedabad and Nagpur, and today at Nashik, we are delighted to bring to the vibrant city of Nashik this event, which is a testament of our commitment to fostering growth, collaboration, innovation and excellence in the hospitality sector. This conclave is not just an event, it's a platform to discuss the evolving landscape of the hospitality and the tourism industry through engaging panel discussions, thought-provoking sessions, and well-deserved recognitions in terms of awards. We aim to drive a meaningful change in our sector. As we all are going through, aware that we are going through a transformative phase within the tourism landscape of our country, it becomes our duty to work towards excellence in our industry so that our community, within our association, within our national body, FHRA, we are known to be the torchbearers of this transformative phase, which has now become, with tourism being getting the much required recognition from the state and the central government. We are honored to have with us distinguished speakers, government officials, and key stakeholders who will share their valuable insight, all of which will go towards the whole theme of empowering hospitality. As we embark on this remarkable day, I encourage all of you to participate, network, and take away valuable learnings that will contribute to our collective growth. If you are not yet member of HRAWI, I invite you to enroll and become a part of this growing community dedicated to strengthening the hospitality industry. Once again, I welcome you all to the 4th HRAWI Conclave and Awards for empowering hospitality. Let us make this a memorable and impactful gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shetty, for setting the tone. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jimmy Shaw, President of HRAWI, to deliver the welcome address. Mr. Shaw.
Good morning, everyone. I have something written over here, but would like to speak a little extempore. So HRAWI starts its 75th year in January of this year, and that makes it independent India's perhaps oldest trade association, surely the oldest hospitality association in the country. We founded eventually the federation, which is FHRAI, and it's a great privilege and an honor to serve on the executive committee for the last 15, 16 years, and now acting as the president in this very special year. Two thoughts that come to my mind, which I think we share with a lot of pride. So yesterday we completed a world record, the Mahakumbh. It's unbelievable what India did. 66 lakh people participating in the world's largest, 66 crores, yeah, in the world's largest congregation, religious congregation. Unbelievable. I mean, the scale, it's unfathomable. The execution, absolutely flawless. I know that there are the cynics who will talk about a few slippages here and there, but look at the size. Truly, we have arrived on the world stage. And I don't think there'll be anyone close enough to us to compare with what has been achieved. It should make all of us very, very proud. The other little story that it's about resilience, and it's about our hospitality industry. So we have a beautiful property that is just about opened, called the Fairmont at the airport in Mumbai. And unfortunately and tragically, it had a pretty bad fire on a last Saturday night. And there were lots of WhatsApp messages sharing and showing disturbing images on videos, of the fire and black smoke billowing. Rather depressing. And then again, some messages which are not very flattering about our industry would not learn and blah, 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 and all of that. And then less than 24 hours later, there were messages from the general manager of the property that they were hosting 1,000-person dinner in the same place, being attended by the chief minister, no less. they had received a lot of help from other hotels to overcome this tragedy. And this is a lesson that our industry is resilient, has always been resilient, and it will overcome any challenge and hurdle that is thrown at us. We will always come out a winner. When we were written off in the COVID times as an industry that would never recover, where are those people who said all of that? Because we have shown the best years of growth post-COVID, and how. And it gives me a lot of pleasure to be amongst all of you who participate and make this industry what it is. We're very proud of who we are, what we do. Today's conclave at Nashik is significant. We've hosted our last HRAWI's regional convention year, and this year we will be hosting it in the city of Mumbai. All of you, please make it an attend. And I heard that the next Kumbh, which is taking place in Nashik, the preparations have already begun. 2 years before the date. That means we are very serious. And I'm sure that the Kumbh over here is going to be a spectacular success as well. So with this little message, first of all, good morning to all of you. Thank you for being over here. Welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Chaudhary. Thank you for making it, sir. Dr. Chaudhary has been very supportive of our industry, of our association. He has heard us, he has listened to our issues, challenges, carried them through. He's himself a veteran, so he understands what we all experience. When he speaks to you, you will get more than a glimpse of what I am trying to say over here. Through these conclaves, we are trying to bring the understanding of the issues, the challenges, and the problems that we face closer to each one of you. We have a good line of speakers today. We have our partner, Ingram Micro, that will speak about technology. Ingram does not need an introduction. They are the largest distributors of technology and products, and they have specially started a division to serve the hospitality industry. There is a huge amount of knowledge in Ingram, and we are partnering closely with them. They're bringing understanding our problems and even giving us solutions. So that's a good session that I hope that you will take some learnings from. The second speaker is Mr. Wernicke. He's also a veteran, and he's from Revnomics, and they are going to speak about something that can enable you and help you to increase your profitability. The third speaker is Mr. Julfesh Shah, and I was quite impressed with what he shared with me, but he was only relating the new tourism policy of the Maharashtra government, which is music to your ears. The first time I heard about it, I thought it was not all true, but things are changing dramatically, and Maharashtra has indeed brought about a very nice, very good tourism policy. And I'm sure that you will be rather happy hearing what he has to say. And I was chatting with him a little earlier in the day, and he said there are some more improvements that are still being worked upon. So these are the three speakers who we have lined up today for you all to experience. I must thank Rishi Mehra and the Radisson Hotels for organizing and helping us in hosting this particular event. And my friend Tej Takle, I don't know where he is, I can't see him. Thank you, Tej, for your gracious hospitality as well. So I now officially would like the conclave to begin with bringing in the speakers, but before that, sir, would would like a few words from your side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw, for your inspiring words and vision for the industry's future. It is now my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Sagnik Chaudhary, Regional Director, West and Central India, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Dr. Chaudhary is a seasoned leader in tourism industry, playing a key role in positioning India as a global tourist destination. His leadership and innovative strategies have been instrumental in boosting tourism growth and enhancing the country's culture and economic landscape. May I request Dr. Chaudhary to please come on the stage.
Mr. Jimmy Shaw, the President, and distinguished members of the Executive Committee of HRAWI, esteemed guests, industry leaders, and friends. It is a privilege and an honor to be here today at the HRAWI Conclave, Empowering Hospitality, set against the vibrant backdrop of this beautiful city of Nashik. I extend my sincere gratitude to the Hotels and Restaurants Association of Western India for inviting me at this significant gathering. HRAWI has been a torchbearer of excellence and innovation in the hospitality sector, and this conclave is yet another testament to its unwavering commitment to the growth and development of our industry. The theme of today's conclave, Empowering Hospitality, could not be more relevant at this juncture. The hospitality industry stands at a transformative crossroads with technological advancements, evolving customer expectations, and dynamic global trends reshaping its very fabric. The discussions we are about to engage in will not only address current realities, but also lay the groundwork for the future of hospitality in India. The global hospitality landscape is evolving at an unprecedented pace. Technology continues to be a defining factor, with artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and augmented reality reshaping the guest experience. Smart hotels, automated check-ins, voice-activated rooms, and data-driven personalization are no longer futuristic concepts. They are today's reality. Moreover, sustainable hospitality is becoming a cornerstone of global operations. Guests today are more conscious of their environmental footprint, and the demand for eco-friendly stays, renewable energy adoption, and responsible tourism practices is higher than ever. Hotels that prioritize sustainability not only gain a competitive edge, but also contribute to the larger goal of protecting our planet. In India, these trends are mirrored and magnified by our unique cultural and economic landscape. The rising middle class, increased digital penetration, and a burgeoning millennial traveler are driving demand for both luxury and budget accommodations. Additionally, India's renewed focus on spiritual tourism, wellness tourism, and rural tourism presents immense opportunities for the hospitality sector to diversify and expand. We are having some technical sessions today. The first technical session today will delve into next generation technology, a topic of paramount importance. Cloud-based PMS, contactless services, and AI-based chatbots are redefining operational efficiency and guest satisfaction. The Ministry of Tourism is also working to integrate technology into our tourism promotion initiatives, particularly through the National Integrated Database of Hospitality Industry, in short NIDHI, and the Incredible India digital platforms. We encourage hoteliers to leverage these platforms to enhance their digital presence and adopt smart solutions that not only improve guest experiences, but also streamline back-end operations. The role of blockchain technology in secure payment systems and predictive analytics in demand forecasting is expected to play a transformative role in the coming years. The second session is on revenue management, which remains the bedrock of profitability. The second session will explore the latest trends in dynamic pricing, data analytics, and distribution channel management, with global travel patterns becoming more unpredictable, real-time pricing models and AI-driven yield management systems have become indispensable tools for maximizing revenue. A critical area that needs attention is direct bookings versus third-party aggregators. While OTAs have expanded the market reach of hotels, there is a pressing need to strike a balance by encouraging direct customer engagement through loyalty programs, personalized offers, and immersive brand experiences. The third session will provide a deep dive into the Maharashtra Tourism Policy 2024, a visionary blueprint for the state's tourism and hospitality landscape. Maharashtra, with its rich heritage, natural beauty, vibrant cities, is poised to become a leading tourism destination not only in India but globally. The new policy places a strong emphasis on sustainable tourism, rural tourism, and heritage tourism. The policy also provides various incentives for the hospitality sector, including capital subsidies, tax rebates, and infrastructure development support. I urge all stakeholders to explore the provisions of this policy and collaborate with the government to harness its full potential. While the opportunities before us are immense, we must also acknowledge the challenges that confront the hospitality industry today. Rising operational costs, manpower shortages, regulatory compliance, and the need for continuous upskilling are pressing concerns. The Ministry of Tourism is actively working on skill development initiatives through a multitude of skilling programs, as well as fostering public-private partnerships to build a more resilient workforce. Additionally, our continued emphasis on ease of doing business aims to simplify regulatory frameworks and create a more conducive environment for hospitality enterprises. The hospitality industry is not just a business sector, it is a vital part of India's socio-economic fabric, creating jobs, fostering cultural exchange, and contributing significantly to the GDP. As we move forward, collaboration between the government, industry bodies like HRAWI, and individual enterprises will be the cornerstone of our success. Let this conclave serve as a platform to ignite ideas, forge partnerships, and empower the hospitality industry to embrace the future with confidence and responsibility. I congratulate HRAWI for organizing this insightful event and look forward to the valuable deliberations ahead. Let us work together to build a hospitality sector that is not only profitable and innovative, but also sustainable and inclusive. Thank you, and I wish the conclave great success.
Thank you, Dr. Chaudhary, for sharing your insights and evolving landscape of tourism and its impact on the hospitality industry. May I request Mr. Jimmy Shaw, President HRAWI, to felicitate Dr. Sagnik Chaudhary. Thank you, sir. We now begin our first session, Empowering Hospitality Through Next-Gen Technologies, led by Mr. Rajesh Chopra, Head of Hospitality Business Vertical at Ingram Micro India. Mr. Chopra is a distinguished IT leader with over 35 years of experience, including 25 plus years in CXO role across hospitality, manufacturing, customer durable, and IT/ITES sectors. He has held leadership positions at renowned companies like the Oberoi Group, Samsung Electronics, Digital Equipment, numerous awards, including the CIO Lifetime Achievement Award. He continues to drive innovation and growth in the IT and hospitality industries. May I request Mr. Chopra to please come on the stage and address? Thank you.
Esteemed leaders, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be part of this August gathering and take you through the technology innovations that are happening in hospitality and how hospitality industry is getting benefited out of this innovations. So this is a global snapshot of what is happening in the hospitality space. Thank you, Dr. Chaudhary, for setting the context. And when you look at global picture, and we are seeing that most of the hotel owners, when they were spoken to last year, that how do they see hospitality, the technology is coming up in the coming year, most of them said mobile reservations, check-ins, room keys, and the other technologies they are going to adopt in a year's time. And that is what we are seeing happening in other places. Other things which are happening is some other technologies, contactless, tipping, and other are also coming up. One thing that we saw, that the hospitality budgets are increasing. Before COVID, the technology budget for hotel company was around 2%. Now it's going to 4%. Additional 2% is getting invested into new generation technologies. So some of the technologies which are evolving now, first one is in robotics. A lot of the manual work, whether it's a cleaning of the water bodies, whether it is the facade cleaning and others, is handled by robotics. In-room automation, smart rooms are taking up a big play in the hospitality industry, where they are able to reduce a lot of energy and water costs, which are the third largest cost for any hospitality industry. Another thing that we are seeing is AI. Dr. Sagnik spoke about it, is doing a lot of innovation, a lot of work is happening in the AI space in the hospitality industry. The guest happens to be in the center of all technology innovations. AI helps the hotel companies to know guests better by knowing his preferences, going through the old databases which are available in the system. The AI also helps hotel companies to optimize their revenue, optimize their inventories, reducing their cost. So we are also seeing a lot of AI use cases happening in the language translation, in the areas of our chatbots which are coming up, where the guest experience is enhanced. Other things which is coming up, where I want to spend some time, is around virtual reality. So nowadays, what has been seen is that if the hotels have adopted virtual reality, they have seen increase in their sales closures, in faster sales closures. There is also a case seen in the case of augmented reality, where this kind of meeting room, a banquet hall, can be sold to the end customers, the clients, by giving them different experiences, by virtual immersive experiences. And that is where we see a lot of growth which is coming up, where the organizations are adopting. 3 hotel chains where we are working very closely are adopting this virtual reality for their sales teams, also for educating their operating teams. Because when a training is given in the virtual training methodology, your eyes and ears are closed, you are looking only on that object. And where the absorption of trainees is 70% higher than a conventional training method. Third use case of virtual reality which is coming up in the industry is giving this as a entertainment set for their employees when they are in the break shifts, also giving it to their client, the guests, for their kids play and all, where virtual reality games are available which are given over there. Augmented reality is something which is AI-enabled virtual reality. In this case, what happens is the different permutation combinations of the property can be displayed, and immersive experience can be given to the prospective client. For example, if this banquet room has to be sold Today we are sitting in this particular environment where stage is in the center. Now the client says, I don't want stage to be in center, I want it to put in a corner. So what will happen is, using augmented reality, your salesperson will be able to put the stage on that corner by few clicks and reorient this room. If this room is being sold for a marriage purpose, in that case the bride says, I don't want yellow light. Can you show me how this room would look in the blue light? All of a sudden, with a few clicks, the salesperson is able to change the ambience by having the blue or pink light over here. The sales closures in those kind of assisted virtual reality case are far higher than the normal one. So how do we see it coming in? Nowadays, in times to come, we are seeing that virtual reality will play a bigger role by having this available on the cloud, where your end consumer, your guest should be able to visualize the immersive experience of their stay, upcoming stay, and also it is used in integration with on personalization of the stay. Ingram Micro, as an organization, we have tied up with major virtual reality set players. We also have an ecosystem of our partners through which the content can be developed, and it can be also refreshed during the year if there is a change in the facilities, the new facilities get added. Now all those changes can be integrated. Plus we also provide a cloud infrastructure for hosting your virtual reality content on the cloud. So the complete set is available over here in case people would want to go and see. We will be very happy to demonstrate this implementation to you. Second one, what we are seeing is in the Wi-Fi space. Wi-Fi from cost center, from profit center has become a cost center now. But there is an option available where the same Wi-Fi infrastructure can be used for data, voice, and utilities. Your complete utilities network can come over here. The attributes, basically the network which comes in, has to be scalable and can be always on, omnipresent, intuitive, and easy to use. Now, the networks which are coming up are also coming up in something called virtual controller-based network, where cost of implementation is lower and they are lighter and easy to use. We are coming up with an offer for our members, which is on display over here. Another thing what we are seeing is business centers are also becoming profit centers by having the information on video conferencing and audio conferencing facilities available in the business center, printing as a service. So we are seeing that an automated business center is able to generate 70% more revenue than a conventional business center. So Cisco is one of the partners through which we are proposing a solution for the HRAWI members over here, which can be used to automate business centers and also have a solution for the networks. Another trend that we are seeing in hospitality industry is the owners are moving away from the capex and they are getting into OPEX methodology. The advantage over here is you don't invest in the beginning. It's better than a rental model. And here there are options available wherein when you procure under this device as a service option, after 4 years you have option to return the equipment or retain the equipment by paying a very fair market value, or you can extend the contract for few more years. Here we are covering your all complete PC infrastructure, the display devices and mobile devices under this program. I would like to spend another 5 minutes to talk about Ingram Micro as an organization. We are part of Ingram Micro USA, which is a $55 billion organization. We cover 95% of the global population by giving equipments, by touching 90% people's life in the globe. We are about $5.24 billion in India. We have got around offices in 40 cities, and we also provide financial services and recycling of the IT assets. I'll talk in my subsequent slides. What's the value proposition for hotel hospitality companies over here? We are the aggregators for the hospitality industry. So in aggregation means we can provide the complete technology infrastructure starting from the IT equipments, audio video equipments, surveillance systems, point of sale systems, hotel telephony solutions, and we have got our own team of consultants and employees who can design the whole solution, who can get the implementation done. We have come out with 9 specific hospitality specific solutions that I'll cover in my subsequent slides. Ingram Micro works with all global and local OEMs. The advantage of this is that we don't sell a particular brand, we don't sell a particular device, but what we give you a complete solution and we give you a choice to pick up the OEM of what you prefer. For example, in case you require a PC infrastructure, Ingram Micro can give a choice between HP, Dell, Lenovo, Acer, Asus. You want TVs, it can be Samsung, LG, Panasonic, Haier, Whoop. All hospitality TVs are available and the list goes on. I'll talk about those in subsequent slides. Another thing what we have done is we have also onboarded good hospitality consultant as part of our ecosystem. These are the people who sit with you, who understand your landscape, sit with your architects, sit with your MEP consultants and create the complete facilities network for you. Basis that the bill of quantity can be produced and the tenders can be issued. We also provide something called ITAD, which is IT Asset Disposition. Ingram Micro is Chapter 2 approved e-waste recycling organization. We have our own 2 factories where we recycle all e-waste. And using these factories, we buy back your old hardware in case of any technology refresh and give you a new hardware. Another important aspect from our offering to hotel companies is something called financing through Ingram Micro Financial Services, where we provide multiple type of financing options which are available to the hotels. Instead of one is the normal financing, we have something called fair market value financing. I'll speak about those in subsequent slides. These are the 9 solutions that we have created specifically for hotels. The first one we call it TechVantage Hotel in a Box, wherein the complete IT infrastructure required for a hotel is available as a solution. So basically it talks about data center equipments, it talks about end user devices, it talks about point of sale systems and all these point of sale softwares, property management softwares. Second one is TechVantage Managed Network, which is a solution which is meant for the setting up the networks, which I briefly spoke about in the system, wherein we sit with your teams, design the network for you, build it for you, manage it for you, and at time of refresh, we refresh it for you. The third one is about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, as all of you would agree with me, is a very big issue with hotel companies. Because after BFSI and healthcare, this is the largest hunting ground for any cyber hacker. In this offering, what we do is we provide assessment of current landscape of your cybersecurity, give recommendations and refresh the equipment for your hotels. Another one we have is something called TechVantage AV, which is audio video solution, wherein we provide a complete audio video solution starting from the audio systems in the public areas, boardroom solutions, building TVs in the room. Fifth one is TechVantage Protect, which is a physical security system. Here we provide the door locks, access control systems, CCTV cameras, and boom barriers and other equipment. Next generation solutions, there is a solution called Ingram Micro Extended Reality, which is on demonstration over here. We have got business center automation solution, wherein we provide complete automation of the business center, including video conferencing equipments, including print as a service, wherein different variants are available. Team will be very happy to explain this to you. The third one is Ingram Micro Device as a Service, wherein we provide the complete financing of all end user devices and display devices. Last one is TechVantage hosted Wi-Fi solution for budget hotels. This is a solution which is meant for the boutique hotels or the hotel chains, wherein the complete network implementation is done specifically keeping this fraternity in the mind. This is the our partner ecosystem through which with whom we work. We work with about 40 odd networking partners. We work with partners in audio video space, physical security space, IT infrastructure space, software space. Plus there are partners which are specifically for hospitality, for door locks, hotel telephony systems, point of sale systems, property management systems, and the virtual reality solutions. We also have got our own professional services team, which is spread across the country, wherein the complete designing, building, and operations of the IT systems is handled by this team over there. Now, IT asset disposition is very important from the hospitality perspective because the data that we retain in our hotel is actually very big attraction for any hacker. So it is important that whenever you refresh your hardware, at that time you remove the old data in a scientific way. So there we have got multiple solutions available through which we degauss the devices, demagnetize devices, we crush devices in front of you and recycle the equipment over there. These are the equipments that we cover in the recycling space. So anything and everything which is used in the hotel can be recycled. Now, these are the financing solutions available. The financing solutions are available in case of we call FMV lease. FMV lease is a concept wherein the asset value after a given period is decided at the time of procurement. And say, for example, we say that we are buying a hardware and we are going to use it for 5 years. Now, after 5 years, as a buyer, the hotel has the option either to retain that equipment by paying the pre-agreed fair market value. Then the asset gets transferred from Ingram Micro to the financial books of the hotel. Second option is to return the equipment. Third option is to extend the contract period by another few years in case you see the asset still has a value. The second one is a normal financing, which is a close-ended financial arrangement, wherein at the end of the financing period, the equipment gets transferred to the hotel company at 1 rupee. Third option is about a loan, which is a simple loan, wherein the asset gets transferred to the hotel company at the beginning of the contract period. Lastly, what do we bring on table? We bring on the table for all of you a power of aggregation. So instead of going to multiple system integrators, multiple OEMs, you go to Ingram Micro and the complete technology equipment can be purchased from one place. The option to choose best of the technology and OEMs, which you think is best for you, is good for you. And we undertake end-to-end deployment. We also do our own captive EVS facility, wherein we give you all kind of certification which are required for pollution control purposes or for the sustainability requirements of the hotel. Lastly, about the financing and leasing options. That's what I have to present from my side. Any questions, anything, I would be happy to answer. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you say e-waste disposal, is it mandatory
So it's a facility we give it to our buyers to also pick up their waste. But yeah, in the specific cases we can look at other. But it's a, normally what happens is people buy, replace, and then they scrap the old one. So it's not scrapping, it's a e-waste recycling is allowed. So yeah. So Ministry of Environment says that you have to actually recycle as per e-waste disposal norms. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Check.
So what happens is when your hardware is finalized, your bill of material is finalized, we agree on a commercial arrangement of that particular transaction. Then Ingram Micro will finance the whole procurement. So, and after that, there's an agreement between you and Ingram Micro financial partner, who basically, so moment the material gets delivered, now your EMI starts. And after that, basically you start paying for it. Now there are options. There are 3 models that I showed to you. You can pick up any of those 3 models. But we are seeing uptake in the first model, where you still have flexibility to return equipment at any given point at the end of the leasing period. That way you are able to fight off the obsolescence issue which we face. Anything that we buy today becomes obsolete 6 months, for 3 to 4 years. So it depends upon your your ratings and basis and the kind of equipment you are buying, the kind of whether how much is hardware, how much is software, how much is services. It depends upon that, sir. It will be very difficult to comment on it. So maybe we can sit down separately and talk about it. Thank you very much. You have been a nice.
Robotics, what specific solution or application have you worked on for the hotel so far?
So we work with all major robotic OEMs, and the solutions that we have come out are around the areas of a lawn moving, where you have got then cleaning of the water bodies. Then we have got solutions available for cleaning of facades, and there are partners who work in that space. There we are not seeing a trend of the robots being used. There are chatbots which are used, or there are solutions. There are some companies who are trying to serve F&B material or keeping taking luggage to the room, which is happening internationally. Nationally, we are seeing more so implementations happening in the areas of where the manual effort is there. Sewage cleaning is one area where robots are being used. Because there, if human goes there are chances of accident. If there's a facade cleaning happening, so if the guest is inside the room and the facade is getting cleaned, in that case there are issues. And there are risks to the life if a manual cleaning is happening. So there, robots do a very good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chopra, for your insights. May I request Mr. Pradeep Shetty, immediate past president, HRAWI, to felicitate Mr. Rajesh Chopra. Thank you, sir. Our second session will focus on smarter revenue strategies for your hotel's growth, presented by Mr. Sainath Vernikar and Mr. Prakash Singh of Revnomic Solutions. Mr. Sainath Vernikar founder and director of Revnomic Solutions, is a recognized leader in hospitality revenue management with over 2 decades of experience. Having worked with Hilton, Hyatt, IHG, he specializes in leveraging data intelligence and strategic innovation to drive hotel profitability. Mr. Prakash Singh, founder and director of Revnomic Solutions, is a seasoned expert in hotel revenue management with nearly 20 years of experience. He has shaped revenue strategies for global brands like IHG, Hilton, and Ideas Revenue Solution, using data-driven insights to optimize hotel performance and profitability. Mr. Vendikar, Mr. Singh, kindly join the stage, please.
Thank you. Hello, hello. Hello. Morning. We all have busy schedules, plans. You all decided to invest your time here. So thank you for that. We are grateful for the opportunity. Am I audible to you? Is it clear? Yeah. So we are grateful for the opportunity and appreciate your time here. Quickly, between myself, Prakash, we will be both talking about something which is very interesting, maybe a first priority or a second priority for many of us. I think health is the biggest priority, but I think the second biggest priority is money. Our company, Revnomic Solution, has been in existence for last 10 years. And in last 10 years, with numerous interactions with the hotel owners, general managers, commercial leaders, one thing which has been common in India, Middle East, Africa, US, is how to multiply the money. And if the discussion is multiplying money, how it can happen faster. So we are here to share experiences which we have had in the domain revenue management, and hope you all find it interesting. Yeah. We also, in terms of revenue management, we work with hotels in different markets. So the understanding of revenue management is different in different markets. Somewhere it is understood well and somewhere it is highly misunderstood. So we have taken simple examples to make things clear. Sure. So we've taken a simple example of a tap. This is something which we encounter every day. I'm sure as early as today morning, all of us would have encountered. So what a revenue manager does is obviously balancing act between time, availability, and price, right? So somebody would like to have an aggressive hotel strategy. Somebody would like to have a moderate strategy. It all depends on nature of your hotel, nature of your market. Nothing can be copy pasted. If somebody is doing X, it cannot be copied because he is doing or she is doing. So it's important that based on nature of the hotel, based on our need and want, a revenue manager or a hotel balances these three levers: time, availability, and price, right? For a finer and refined output. However, markets do surprise us. We may look at most of the data, we may read best of reports, but markets will surprise, and that's when these levers play a very important role. You can adjust the lever, and as market changes, you can get a better or a refined output. So we're going to talk about each area. Time. I want to share a recent experience. Last week, for our hotel visit to Chandigarh, we were trying to book a flight from Pune to Chandigarh. It was a last-minute decision. So when we tried to book the flight, obviously Pune-Chandigarh is not a prime or active sector. There were very few options, and the price we paid for return was about close to 30,000, right? Same week we booked a flight from Mumbai to California. Any guesses what the price would be? A month later. The Chandigarh flight was booked for next week, last week, and California flight was booked a month in advance. We paid Pune to Chandigarh close to 30,000. Any guesses for price from Mumbai to California flight? 70? 1 lakh. Any more guesses? Huh? So the price we got for here is 2-hour journey from Pune to Chandigarh, and here is 20-hour journey from Mumbai to California. 40,000. With credit card benefits, 36,000. So somewhere we got unlucky and somewhere we got lucky. That's the relevance of time when it comes to hotel strategies. People have different buying behaviors. Some people book in advance, some people book last minute. And as a hotel, we cater to all these requirements. So this is something which is a big learning. Planning plays a very important role when it comes to strategies, right? So here is something which hotels can adopt time to make pricing more refined, right? Or strategies more refined. You can use offers like early bird, length of stay, last minute deals. So time plays a very important role. I explained with a simple example how you can utilize time as a concept in your revenue management strategy. Availability. I think we have champions trophy going around. There is a lot of cricket fever. In cricket, there is a saying: your best player should play your maximum overs. So the probability of runs scored is higher because our best player is playing the maximum. That's how we see availability as. Availability is an opportunity. In many hotels, we see hoteliers restrict inventory, close the inventory over a period of time or closer to the date they open it. I don't know how, it's not surely a global practice, but yeah, certain wedding dates or certain special events, it is fine, but it's an opportunity. It never should be blocked. It should be kept open as long as the strategy is fine, if the pricing is lucrative, and if we are tracking monitoring. I don't know why we should restrict the opportunity, right? So a simple logic which we follow in most of our hotel or all of our hotel is, unless there is a unique intelligence or a data point, higher the inventory, lower the price, and lower the inventory, higher the price. We can allocate inventory. It all depends if our hotel is running on single tap or multiple tap. If we have multiple taps filling the hotel, you can open the tap which is more profitable and manage the inventory accordingly. So that is the relevance of availability. As I said, best batsmen should play maximum overs. The entire availability should be always open. And if our pricing is right, we should not be really worried about what is available and what is not available. Right? No, backward. So also something which is a very realistic observation. We all talk about cancellations, no-show, last-minute cancellations, and hotel was running full. In most of our hotels, in terms of operationally, it is highly recommended there is a overbooking plan. I'm sure we are able to understand what type of cancellations we see on each day of the week. If a hotel is 100 room and if I see 10% cancellation, I am required to overbook my hotel by 8-10%. So there is no opportunity loss. So a smart overbooking plan is always helpful. Right? Go ahead. Price. We are talking about the third lever, time, availability, and price. This is one of the most misunderstood topic in hotels. In our experience, when we used to work with Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, uh, there were all suggestions from everybody at the hotel, relevant, irrelevant people. So our thought process around this was everybody is a pricing manager. Everybody seems to have some input around pricing. So this is how a pricing behavior would work. In a high demand period, it's a behavior. Because of fear, people book in advance. If they book in advance, the inventory gets exhausted. The inventory gets exhausted, the pricing goes up. And policies can be more rigid or can be in favor of the hotel. In low demand period, there is no fear, so people wait till last minute. As they wait till last minute, the inventory is always available. The price never or doesn't go up much. And policies become very flexible, right? So this is our observation when it comes to price, right? We can use rate fences like early bird, LOS, last minute deal to manage the pricing, right? While there are many, many examples in the market, cost-based pricing, value-based pricing, occupancy-based pricing, rate-based pricing, what our experience is, if our strategy reflects in numbers, it makes sense. If strategy doesn't reflect in numbers, it is a story. And in our business, that is the most important reality for us. If number goes up, strategy is working. If numbers don't go up, strategy is not working, and we refine accordingly. Yeah. So also with couple of hotels, our observation is there are few discussions around higher commission percentage, higher outgoing cost, but also the reality is certain hotels are dependent only on one tap or one source of business. If you have multiple sources, and which as a hotel, as a management, you can only create with a planning, if you have multiple taps, you have the lever or you have the control to switch on and switch off whichever tap which you want, which is more profitable for you. If the hotel is busy, you prioritize your profitable channels. If hotel is not busy, you prioritize all the channels. So that requires planning and a lot of planning. Also, in terms of discussion, I wanted to understand, I'm sure all of you travel a lot. Any example anyone can give whenever you tried to book a flight ticket and you saw a price, you didn't opt to book the ticket, and next week you realize the price, there is a fall in the price or the price is lowered for airlines. Has it happened? Any one of you? A single example. Anybody? Huh? So, in many, many years, I have tried to book, and these discussions I have had with many of my colleagues, team members, I have never experienced, unless there is an untoward situation, airlines price don't fall. They consistently, unless there is an untoward situation, that is an unlucky scenario. But airline prices consistently, in most of the cases, it continuously escalates. In how many situations have you tried to book a hotel booking and closer to the date you've seen the price has fallen? Most of the time. Many examples? Can anybody tell us or why it happens that let's come to a conclusion. Airline prices fall, but not as much as hotels. Hotels prices fall most of the time. In most of the cases, that is what we have agreed. Can anybody explain why it happens that airlines are able to continuously increase their prices and hotels have to drop their prices last minute? Sorry? Okay, okay. Inventory. Okay. Competition. Supply. Anybody?
We hear you only, huh? So we didn't see now is done.
You will obviously have to drop the rate, otherwise you won't fill up.
Right.
I mean, that's correct. The
Right.
volume of
No, the simple context I'm trying to come here is while airlines are able to generate the pricing is based on a forecast. Airline would assume that on a certain day they are going to do 80%, 90%, 100%, and based on that the prices keep inclining, right? And if they don't see that demand, they don't increase their prices as much, right? So somebody sitting behind is doing a maths to understand what is the demand on that day and how busy they are going to be, and basis of that is the pricing, right? And hence, if the forecast goes up, the price goes up, and usually the forecast keeps going up because they depend on a lot of data. They have systems, they have data points, and most of the cases, because everybody agreed that airlines prices don't fall in most of the cases, is because their forecast is close to correct. Right. Yes.
It's algorithm based,
Yes.
a lot of it is AI based, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
But that much of use of AI or algorithm doesn't happen unless it's a humongous scale at which bookings are happening globally.
Right.
Hotels do not use algorithm based pricing that much. Right. So that is one of the key reasons why there is not, the two are very dichotomous, airlines and hotel prices.
Right, right, right.
Fundamental difference in pricing between hotels and airlines.
Right.
If you go to a website and make a reservation for a hotel room, you will see hotel room prices. Then you will make a reservation for a room or two. If you make an effort, even if you make all the effort in the world, you can never know how many rooms are available across all the hotels in the same city on the same day. But if you want to make an effort to find out how many airline seats are available for that flight or in those many hours on the day, it's very easy. All that you got to do is book it. Don't complete the reservation, please understand. Block a seat and go and see the aircraft. Ultimately, choose the seat and you will know how many are already sold. Why can't, as an airline, let's say if I'm Air India, I have a person, I don't have a bot, I don't have your software, but I can have a person actually go and see in Indigo on the same time how many seats he has sold, I have sold. And if I can do that and if I can scrape the screen scraping, then I know the actual amount of inventory that everybody has and how much is sold. So I am in a better position to turn on and manage my price, increase or decrease, because now I can see with effort or automatically using technology how much inventory is available. In a hotel, that's never possible. It's this, if you agree, is a sensible, logical reason why if you want to make an effort, you can find out how many flights are available, how many seats are available on aircrafts going, let's say, from destination A to B on any given day at any point in time. You'll be able to see it.
Sure. So let's.
Make sense?
Right.
Once you pay only, then they allow you to see.
Unit by itself, the rates go up, which means that if there are more views or more eyeballs on
Yeah.
it, suddenly the rate starts moving upward.
Yes,
By the
yes.
time I finish my reservation, the rate has jumped up.
Yeah. Before you even swipe a card, your price may go up and you pay a higher price.
Yeah. So maybe they have got this algorithm where they study how many people are looking at that particular line or that particular sector.
So, sir, to answer your question, everything is driven by a forecast at the back end. If it is manual, process driven, system driven, there is a forecast, and based on that forecast is the price. Now, as we come closer to the day, obviously this is something which is observed in all the hotels on all the airlines. Closer to the date or last minute, you are expected to have your maximum rooms booked. Same day, maximum rooms are booked. Then what is the need to drop the price on last day? The price, as a pricing logic, the price graph should always continue to go up. Right. Right. Right.
On forever.
Right.
So you must sell that room to capitalize on
Yeah.
what is on the opportunity that is available.
Right.
So that logic, yeah, that's not the logic.
No, but that day the realization happened that today I should sell at a cheaper price. Should have happened few days back. We would have made more money. For example, today I feel that I should reduce the price from 5,000 to 3,000 or 10,000 to 7,000. This realization I should have had a week before if I was monitoring, tracking.
Which is why forecasting doesn't happen on a basis of minimum and maximum. It is always optimum.
Okay.
So that is how you optimize, right? You calibrate in a manner, you try to optimize, you maximize your profits, and then you are okay to, forego some to fill up your rooms.
Yeah.
So that is, your effort at optimizing your revenue.
Right. No, so this is our observation. The logic I'm trying to make here is prices I see many hotel owners, promoters in this room, and obviously the moment the price goes down, obviously it hits, right? So if the price goes up, it's beneficial, and it's beneficial for the market also, right? It's just that somebody did a forecast and applied a rate, and only to realize that the forecast was not right, and that day he realized that I should drop the price, obviously, which is affecting his business, also affecting competition business around the market. So it just needs to be a better data planning, better forecasting, and tracking, monitoring. If something is working, we need to do it better. If something is not working,
Yes.
any inputs? Right.
lastbit.com, where the prices are lower.
Yeah, and I think onto lastminute.com, or let's say there are multiple other websites which would actually, fill in the last minute inventory. Again, it goes back to the earlier question or the discussion that we were having, that what we didn't knew earlier that we know now. And it's again because of probably bad forecast, bad estimation of demand that we are left over with inventories on the day of arrival. We always had opportunity to sell the rooms, and our capacity is limited. It is not that it is unconstrained, that I have to fill like 1,000 rooms. We all understand this is certain capacity that I need to fill, and the bookings are normally open for future 365 days. So we need to curate our strategies in a way that I'm not left with inventories on the day of arrival. And this is exactly what happens across markets, where basically people would hold the rates from the beginning, and then probably closer to the day of arrival, they may have realization that I'm left with a lot of inventories to sell, and then we start dropping rates.
So is your software going to ensure that there's no inventory left and
Yes,
all the
there are
inventory
many softwares which would actually do absolute correct projections. At the same time, with the modern technology around artificial intelligence, machine learning, it is very much possible to predict the demand accurately. And based on, see, we may always argue that there is high demand, low demand, but we also have to realize the fact that the way we price our property really decides the booking pace. If I start pricing very aggressively far out, my pricing would start suffocating and I may not get any bookings whatsoever. But if we have understanding of the demand patterns, patterns such as seasonality, day of week pattern, or let's say how far out my people are booking or my guests are booking. For example, a property in Goa, we all travel, we may not book last minute, we will book it well in advance. So if a hotelier has this understanding that my demand lead time, let's say is 15 days, I start taking control accordingly. And I think what is very important is accurate estimation of demand. When we know how the future is going to be like, we're always able to take better control. And websites like Last Minute Deal, they have just popped up or came up to take some share because they understand this issue with hoteliers where we are not able to predict the demand accurately, well in advance. So our strategies are not aligned, and last minute, most of us fall into a price war situation. I've seen into multiple markets competition, when one competitor drops the rate, other follows, which I think is to be thought, and it has to be managed very, very, essentially very, very thoughtfully because we're dealing with monies.
Hello. So, in interest of time, see, airlines use data, robust system to drive better forecast, and based on the forecast, the price is managed more accurately to fulfill their expectation in terms of their goals. Hotels have data, and nobody stops us from using best of systems or software which are available in the market. Also, sir, you asked a question. Our software, I think you mentioned, do we have a software to fill hotel rooms daily? No. Yeah. No, sir, there is no software in the world which can guarantee or warranty that the hotel will be full every day. There is no software, and there will never be a software. What our software can do, it can estimate a demand, and it can tell you that this is an occupancy for next 365 days. And based on that, it will recommend a price. And as the forecast goes up, the price will grow or managed accordingly. So, yeah, coming to the slide. So based on, now it's our choice. We see many hotels having one source to drive business. And if we have multiple tabs and if we have control over those tabs, obviously it'll lead to a better profitability. And also, if you have more sources, the business on books or advanced business will be higher. And based on that, you can modulate your price, right? So this is to simplify a low demand and a high demand, which segments you should book and which segment you should restrict. End of the day, hotel, the rights are reserved with the hotel, what business to be taken and what business not to be taken, right? So, with 10 years of working with close to about 700 odd hotels, right? This is something which we feel should be done on a regular basis. We all have certain daily rituals, right? Which we religiously follow. In our world, we, as a process, as a team, we look at daily, weekly discipline process. We look at certain parameters like what is availability for a month, next 2 months based on dynamics of the hotel. What is the availability? What is the pickup? What are the competition rates? Price alignments, promotion. If this is done on a daily basis, it works in our favor. If this is done inconsistently, we've seen this, it works against us. If you do a pricing one day and leave it 2 days untouched, it actually works against the hotel. So if something has to be done, and that's why we said it's a daily ritual, somebody has to track, monitor, look at it every day, right? We spoke about tracking, we spoke about tap and levers. It's not possible to get a refined output every time. And because markets surprise us, seasonality changes, demand changes, we are in an ever-changing world. So tracking, monitoring plays a very important role. It's our observation. We put a price, we leave it unmonitored. We put a promotion, we leave it unmonitored. What is an output of whatever activity we have done? It needs to be tracked, monitored. If there are certain learnings out of it, we need to reapply in the process. And that's the consistent process which we need to drive, which is very important, right? Flexible, focused, proactive, data-driven. I think we spoke briefly about to avoid last-minute price fall. If we are focused, proactive, data-driven, this will all help. Awareness around revenue management and techniques. I'm sure when it comes to profitability, when it comes to strategies, it's not one person can drive. If you are able to create awareness amongst your leadership teams, trainings, it is very important. So there are no revenue leakages. We are talking about prioritizing channels smartly, not create over dependency on any channels. We see dependency on one channel doing 40, 50, 60% business, which is unhealthy for business. If you see that happening, you should take control of that, right? Direct bookings have been spoken many, many times. We have a slide about how we can differentiate ourselves. But yeah, driving booking through a website is understood. Special event planning, local events, festivals, weddings, holidays, high reputation, and cancellation policies to suit the hotel requirement. So these are few things which need to be followed in a disciplined manner, right? Very important to drive growth, profitability. So we spoke about driving direct business, and to drive direct business, it is very important to personalize, customize, localize, and maybe brands have a standard way of doing things. If you see any hotel which is with more or less brand, the first category will usually start with a standard room. And the second category will always start with an executive, and third will be premium. But if it's a standalone independent hotel, and if it has a personality and a nature, it can be highly customized, localized, personalized, and that is what a standalone independent hotel can bring on the table, right? So there are certain inputs. We can talk about the concept. Room descriptions if it's an art hotel, the content needs to be around art hotel. If it's a vineyard hotel, the content needs to be around vineyard hotel, so on and so forth. If I'm sure you all book hotels regularly, and most of the time you see a standard room, and if you see a fancy name which is talking around the concept, what is the probability of you choosing a standard room or a fancy name? Yeah? Would you choose a standard room, or you choose a smartly presented room descriptor? The answer is obvious. Rate plans, child policies, many resorts use child policy very smartly to drive to be ahead in the game. So these are certain recommendations we have, cross promotions with local market leaders, restaurants, tourism sites, souvenirs, 24 hours check-in, check-out. So these are based on your hotel needs. You can customize, personalize the way you want. I think this is something which is of everybody's interest. This is the pure reputation in price versus quality. Right? All hoteliers, we want their hotel in, there are 4 quadrants. Each quadrant talks about high price, low quality. I'm sure you as a buyer will never pay high price for a low quality hotel, right? Low price, low quality. Nobody would want to take that as an option. Low price, high quality may not exist. Nobody would want to give a quality at a low price. Everybody, as a guest, the preference is low price, high quality. But as a operator, owner, management company, all of us want our hotel to be in a quadrant which is high price, high quality. So the reputation is higher, the price is higher. So these are the kind of data points which you should reflect on, maybe monthly, quarterly, to ensure where things are moving. Go ahead. So yeah, I mean, this is what we wanted to talk today about revenue management. It's an extensive topic. We've tried to simplify by covering with an example of a tap. With 3 levers: time, availability, and price, right? And any questions, anything that you wish to understand or ask?
Is it fair to assume that you have the price intel of each city?
Sorry?
Excuse me. Okay. So what I want to understand is that since every city has a multiple types of hotels and there are different prices available. So do you have that information of each city? Okay, a particular category of hotel will be selling at this particular price range, and based on that, the software will work accordingly.
Yes, so in our software, there is a possibility to define competition, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10. Also to give them weightage, what the software should react and not react. And based on that, how whatever is a reaction of a competition, what is that logic to our pricing can be set up.
The
Right.
second,
But it is predominantly around ComSet of 5, 6, 8, 10 hotels in our vicinity. We would not have a data of entire market, right? Because there are certain other market intelligence report which sells such kind of data, right? And if hotel needs, they can subscribe to such data. But those kind of data is available end of the month, once the month is passed. So this price fixation and all these don't happen.
so the second question is, if I want to do a hotel project, shall I come to you and understand which location will give me a higher price?
Yeah, so we take up these. Maybe Prakash can better answer these questions around budget.
That impacts the feasibility of the project, you know.
Sir, I mean, there are many type of hotels, and it is absolutely up to you what you want to plan and how you want to position a particular property in a particular market. So a lot of times we see even the outliers coming into the markets. For example, larger format of hotels. To give you an example, recently we were doing a project in Colombo. It's called Cinnamon at City of Dreams. It's basically a casino format, and They have come up with close to about 850 odd rooms in the casino. And well, Colombo as a city, especially the Slave Island, would not witness any occupancy more than 60-70% as an average for the entire year. But then the promoters took a very distinct call in terms of getting this property, which basically is an outlier in the market. Even ITC Ratnadeepa, which has about close to 300 odd keys, is not able to fill in entirely. And there are multiple other brands as well. But, well, they have the vision to position the property that way as Asia's or Southwest Asia's largest casino hotel with about 50,000 square feet of casino. And that they feel that it's going to do exceptionally well, and it can bring in some additional demand to city, which is again a big risk in a way, but then they have vision. So in any market, you can bring in any kind of hotel that you like to. It is about your vision, what you like to do, and what you think would really drive people to come to the property. And a lot of time people do unique propositions as well, and they are able to even charge much higher premium on it. So coming back to your question, some data, some information can always be sourced in terms of, let's say, each city may have different pockets, and it all really depends on what people are traveling for in a particular destination. That can actually be a good data point to make a decision. Yes, sir.
I have a question. So, taking a hypothetical example of a leisure hotel, say there are two identical hotels, 150 rooms each, both in the luxury category, occupying very similar in nature in terms of branding, in terms of room sizes, sitting on a very similar plot area. Hotel A takes the ARR route, and Hotel B decides to take the occupancy route. So say Hotel A is clocking at 20,000 ADR with a 42% occupancy, and Hotel B is doing significantly less on the ADR but doing 75% occupancy. Which strategy do you think works better?
I think, first of all, the hypothetical situation itself. Well, as you are a hotelier, you know you have multiple hotels and you've been operating multiple hotels. Every hotel is unique, even if they are next to each other. They will have very different demand pattern. They will have very different.
I'm saying they're sitting right next to each other in a leisure destination. What strategy works better? Does an ADR strategy work better from a profitability perspective, or does an occupancy strategy work better from a profitability perspective?
So let me give you a context to this. If we, let's say, get in a surplus revenue of X amount by driving the ADR, so 90% of the revenue would fall into the profitability. But the same revenue, if it is generated by increasing the volume, probably 30 or 40% would come to the bottom line. So obviously the ADR route is always good for the profitability. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
How would you address the concern to balance customers' need to have information about the competition, yet wanting to protect his own data from becoming information for the competition?
So I think in today's world, the data is everywhere. We're surrounded by data. I think that was 20 years ago when it was difficult to find out what my competitor is selling at and what he's selling. Today, you can get your competitors' information, daily pricing, their trends, when they pick up the prices, when they drop the prices. In fact, a lot of times, some of the revenue managers are able to actually project the competitors' occupancy by just looking at their price points. on a certain day of week in a certain season, what kind of price point a hotel is holding. For example, let's say there is a hotel with 200 rooms and they're holding the prices at the base level in a particular season and they're not pushing up, which is very evident, and one can actually estimate their occupancy, and most of the time people know. And then beside that, we also have certain reports that we can source, or certain data points that we can source from providers like STR or Demand 360. STR obviously is more historical. It provides ComSet occupancy. But Demand 360, I think, is a tool which also provides the future on the books information or future pace information for your ComSet. And many times some smart revenue managers may have 3 different ComSets, like a primary ComSet, a secondary ComSet, and a tertiary ComSet as well, to identify a hotel's occupancy. So there are certain maths they do at the back. But yes, to answer your specific question, sir, it's very much possible to estimate your competitor's position on a day, in a season, or any period of time, literally.
What is the legal position of you? What is the legal position of you having data of all hotels? You have 700 hotels. If I have a hotel in a city where you are giving me competition analysis based on the data that you have of them, what is the legal position? Is a software company permitted to take my data?
Yes, actually, because you see, we're not kind of doing any kind of stealth around. It is an open source information which is available.
That's my question.
Yeah. So
I'm using your software and I have not given you permission to take my data and use it for somebody else's benefit. At the same time, I'm asking you to help me by sharing competition analysis, which means that you only can give it to me if you have it from your same system. How do you balance this?
So in our contracts, we have clearly defined these policies around whatever is the open market data, whatever is available to everybody is available for processing, and whatever is data coming from the PMS, there are data which are available for everybody to read and understand, and there are data which are available in PMS. So the open market data is available for everybody. The PMS data is available for our system processing. There are 2 types of data. One is trends, patterns, analysis, which our system consumes to provide recommendation. One is personal information, as in a guest information.
I understand. I'm not talking about that personal information. I'm only purely talking about the rate and the occupancy, which I give you. Obviously, I have to give it to you for you to do the analysis, to tell me at what rate I have to sell.
Right.
And you have the same thing working at another 700 places. So you happen to know everything of everybody's. This is critical information, but you have it.
Right.
And now what kind of protection do I get that my data doesn't go to others, but yet at the same time, I want to have other people's information and you give it to me. How do you balance this?
So firstly, we, in terms of the expectation is, if you, like you mentioned, you don't wish to share your data, but you wish to understand somebody else's information.
Everybody would love that.
Yes. Everybody would love. So we've been in business last 10 years, not a single case, and so this is what we can, and obviously data is our bread and butter, and we don't, if those activities would have happened, we won't have been in business for 10 years. So we understand, and our DNA comes from bigger brand box hotels. So
I was not suggesting that you do this, but I'm asking you how does the system cater to this very peculiar need and balance the fact that you're not supposed to monetize my data for anyone else's pleasure?
Yeah, so in terms of system, there are certain reports which are intelligence reports, which are available for consumption. As a core of our company, we are into recommendations by processing data. In terms of somebody wants to understand some other hotel data, we are highly restrictive about it. there are third-party reports which certain companies, which is their core job. So those data, that kind of report is available for consumption. Maybe we can discuss at length separately and provide more clarity. Sure. Yeah,
Nobody can know if you read the message or not if you don't allow that. WhatsApp tells you blue tick allowed hai only if you are allowing someone else, correct? So STR is an example of that. You can subscribe, you can give your information only if you are going to get information. It's going to be a two-way field. So yes. So what happens with our system is that the trends and the market situation is coming from competition and the country as a whole and many other reasons, whilst your data is also considered for the decision. So it works on multiple algorithms, not only one. So if today your competition is just hiking up the price, the system is not going to let you, is not going to recommend a price hike. If you're sitting at 10% occupancy, it's going to tell you that भाई पहले अपना खुद का होटल भर ले बाद में देख लेना, it's that kind of a thing. But if you are telling the system that what, my ARR is my game, like how Mr. Mehra asked the question, if I'm going ARR out, then it is going to tell you what the competition is doing, but will take into consideration what you want to do. So it's not one rule or one algorithm. There are multiple things that come into play when you're doing that. But if I have to answer your question about confidentiality, your information is used for a strategy for your hotel. So the trend comes back and tells you and gives you suggestion for you. But your information, your occupancy, like what Sainath was suggesting, your PMS data is not revealed to anyone else. Yeah.
So I had a question slightly beyond this point. So say there are 20 hotels in a city which have XYZ number of rooms. Is there any data where we would know that the guests that have already booked the rooms, say throughout the year or whenever it is, how much money are they spending in that city, coming from outside of that city or village or whatever it may be? So how much money are they actually spending, or the places they are visiting, or the sightseeing they are doing, and how much money or revenue is being spent by the guest in that city? Would there be any information like that, or is there a way of collecting such information, say, going ahead? And then, sorry, second part of my question. So this data definitely would be available by the hotel, but are the businesses who don't have a hotel have access to such data, ki which hotel ke guests are spending more money in the city, or something along those lines?
That I think again goes back to the classification of hotels. I think we see all kind of guests traveling to all the cities. There are very price sensitive guests. There are less price sensitive people, and their spending behavior may differ, obviously. At the same time, it also depends on the city that we're talking about. Let's say, if you're comparing probably Dubai and let's say the closest would be Mumbai, then there would be two different behaviors when it comes to the spending capacity or willingness of a customer to pay a particular price for a particular service or product. It really depends on what is the demand. See, within Dubai city, probably Palm Jumeirah may have a very different spending thought process than probably Dubai or Barsha or some other area. Same goes in Mumbai. Let's say central Mumbai hotels or the whole guest demography may very much differ than to what you see in South Mumbai. So I think it's very difficult to gauge. And I don't know if there is any such data really available. But then your own hotel's data can give you a lot of insight in terms of what is the willingness of guests to pay for a particular price point, right? You go to Singapore, probably a 18 square meter room would cost much higher than a pretty large room in Mumbai. So, the same customer may pay a very different price in Singapore than what they like to pay in Mumbai.
Just one thing, actually, I wanted to understand. Do you integrate the OTAs into your software?
Be a little louder.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Regarding the OTAs, Make My Trip and all that. So do you integrate it into your software? I'm trying to explain. As in, suppose there are two hotels. I'll take an example of Pune only. One fine day I was going to Pune, and there's one Ibis and there is Novotel hotel, example. I was going to book in the morning, but for some reason I forgot to book. So in the evening, both the hotels have shooted their rates, and they have done, both of them have done, and similarly all the hotels are doing. So do you understand this? And this is understandable very easily if you integrate that into your software. So do you have that provision as of now? As in, if I am, example, my competitor is increasing the rate on MMT or Goibibo or whatever. So can your software gather that data and tell me that it's your time to increase the...
So our software, it will not only shop the pricing of the competitor in the market, it will also react to the changes. So if competitor increases the prices, obviously the software does processing every alternate period, and in the next processing, obviously the change or delta will be caught, and system will react to it, and it will increase the prices for my property. At the same time, if there is drop in the prices, again it can react in a similar way.
Actually, this happens in the second half. Example, after 4 p.m. So this is happening very instantaneously.
Yes.
Probably after every 1 hour. Suppose the room is at 5,000. After 1 hour, it's 6,000. So does it happen so frequently?
Yes, it does happen frequently. Not only competition is the only benchmark or parameter, it will also look into my hotel's actual availability. Let's say I'm still left to sell 50 rooms, but my competitor only has 10 rooms left to sell, then the situation is not identical. I still need more rooms, and if I push my pricing by just looking at what my competition is doing, I may not be probably doing the right thing, because I may just push my prices and I'm suffocating my bookings. So there are multiple parameters that are taken into consideration, not just the competition rates. Right? Any other questions?
Sure. We quickly wanted to take an opportunity to briefly talk about our company. We are all hoteliers. We have invested length of time in hospitality space, right? So we are hoteliers. Whatever we have done at Revnomics is made by hoteliers for hotels. We are 3 core team members with hospitality exposure with Hyatt, Hilton, IHG, way back when we used to work with hotels in revenue management, sales. What we do is pretty simple. We are only doing revenue management. Under revenue management, we have 2 verticals. One is human-centric, which is service. An independent hotel may not have a revenue manager. We deploy a revenue manager virtually, and they are able to drive the entire process. Works well in terms of their feasibility, cost, so on and so forth. Alternatively, a hotel or a group has their own team. They need a software. We deploy the software, and software is the front runner in this case with a technical support. So these are the 2 offerings what we have, but our company has been predominantly focused on revenue management as a vertical. That's where our experience and exposure has been. And so this is something which we bring on table for many, many hotels. What hoteliers can expect out of us is something which is data driven. We are able to automate, proactiveness. So this is something which we are able to bring on the table. We appreciate your time and making this session interesting by asking questions. We are around. If there are more questions, we are happy to answer. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Vernikar and Mr. Singh, for your insights. May I request Mr. Chetan Mehta, Vice President, HRAWI, to felicitate Mr. Vernikar and Mr. Singh? Hello, hello. Thank you, sir. Our third and final session will provide an insight on the latest updates on Maharashtra Tourism Policy 2024, presented by CA Zulfi Shah, former Vice Chairman of WIRC of ICAI. CA Zulfi Shah has over 19 years of service with ICAI and has held key leadership positions, including Chairman of Nagpur branch, RCM of WIRC, and Vice Chairman of WIRC. A brilliant academic achiever, he was first merit in HSC from Nagpur division and has received a Young Achievers Award. Recognized with multiple honors, including the Lifetime Achievement Award in IT, he continues to inspire with his leadership, motivational shairis, and writings. May I request CA Zulfi Shah to come on the stage and address the audience, please. Thank you.
थैंक यू मैम। ऋषि भाई कोई ताली वाली कुछ नहीं है, नागपुर से आए हैं। अभी तक की जो 2 सेशन हुए वो तो कॉस्ट सेंटर थे, मैं तो आपको पैसे दिलाने वाली बात कर रहा हूँ टूरिज्म की, तो जोर मिलने ही वाले हैं, मिलने ही वाले हैं। ऐसा है अमरप्रीत जी की कुछ अमल भी ज़रूरी है इबादत के लिए, सिर्फ सजदा करने से किसी को जन्नत नहीं मिलती, तो अमल तो करना पड़ेगा ना, अमल करेंगे तो जन्नत मिलेगी। A very good morning to all of you. HRAWI, इसे मैं पिछले कुछ सालों से जानने लगा हूँ, and the very versatile chief of this organization at present, Jimmy Shaw sir, my good friend and immediate past chairman Pradeep Shetty sir, my friend Rishi Mehra, Tej Takle, and all other distinguished hoteliers from different parts of the West India and esteemed members. आ नहीं रहा है इसमें कुछ। Let me congratulate all of you, the members of this esteemed organization, for this Platinum Jubilee year. 75 years I can see here, Platinum Jubilee year में आप आ गए हैं, और इस Platinum Jubilee में महाराष्ट्र की नई tourism policy भी आई हुई है. Only few months back, it's still raw. It's continuing to get refined day by day. रोज नए इश्यूज आते हैं, उसके बारे में हम लोग लिखते हैं, एंड HRAWI भी इसमें काफ़ी एक्टिवली सपोर्ट करती है. एज ए कंसल्टेंट फॉर दिस पॉलिसी, हैज़ बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस टूरिज्म पॉलिसी मेकिंग प्रोसेस which was pushed up by Honorable Nitin Gadkari ji and the present CM Devendra Fadnavis ji, and when Girish Mahajan ji was the tourism minister. तो 3-4 बार मीटिंग्स हुई, काफ़ी चीज़ें डिस्कस हुई कि व्हाट इज़ वाई महाराष्ट्र इज़ लैकिंग. 19th नंबर पे था महाराष्ट्र in the graph of all the states as far as tourism is concerned. It was on the 19th place. And इसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए क्या किया जाए, क्यों नहीं लोग आ रहे, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है, व्हाट आर द टीथिंग प्रॉब्लम्स, वेयर वी आर लैकिंग, ये सब डिस्कशन होने के बाद जो अलग अलग सेक्टर से सजेशन आए, देन वी केम आउट विद दिस a better policy, we can say, still much to improve in it, and I think government is committed कि पैसे देना है. 1700 करोड़ का लोकेशन GR में लिखा हुआ है, तो बाद में फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने कहा कि 300 करोड़ और मैंने अपनी तरफ से बढ़ा दिए, पर वो राइटिंग में कहीं दिखे नहीं. इसलिए हम मानते हैं कि फर्स्ट ईयर में 1700 करोड़ का लोकेशन है, और ये जितने जल्दी जो नंबर लगाएगा फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व बेसिस पे चलेगा. उसके बाद भी आएगा लोकेशन, बिकॉज दिस पॉलिसी इज फॉर अ टेन्योर ऑफ 10 years. I will not go in much detail, बहुत ज़्यादा टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट्स में मत जाऊँगा, लेकिन जो यहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट इंसाइट्स है और डेवलपमेंट्स है. जब ये पॉलिसी एकदम नई थी तब हमने नागपुर में इसका एक सेमिनार हुआ था, HRAWI ने किया था, और उसी में तब एकदम न्यू था, GR जस्ट आया हुआ था, तो बहुत सी चीज़ें एम्बिग्युअस थी, समझ में नहीं आ रही थी. अभी उसमें से कई चीज़ें क्लियर हुई, लेकिन बहुत सारी चीज़ें अभी भी बाकी है. और अभी मैं हमारे ऑफिस बेरर से बात कर रहा था कि वी नीड टू राइट टू द डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज, डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ टूरिज्म. और अभी प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी भी चेंज हो गया है. मिस्टर अतुल पाटने इज़ अ वेरी नाइस पर्सन. ही हैज़ बीन टू नागपुर फॉर क्वाइट अ फ्यू ईयर्स and is a very positive sort of person, and we can put a point, whatever improvements, whatever lacunas are there, whatever loopholes are there in the policy, we need to improve. So this is the general thing. 19 of 16 emerging state में आ गया है. These are the fiscal incentives. ग्यारह फिस्कल इंसेंटिव्स है, सभी ले सकते हैं, अलग अलग क्राइटेरियाज है. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. एंड नॉन फिस्कल में भी काफ़ी है. यहाँ मैंने कुछ लिखे जो बहुत ज़्यादा रिलेवेंट है. और अभी जो एक नॉन फिस्कल का सबसे बड़ा अवेटेड था, दैट सर्कुलर हैज़ कम आउट ऑफ द अर्बन डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्ट्री. UDCR का सर्कुलर आया कि FSI for the new hotels will be increased under the tourism policy in accordance with the UDCR rules of that particular area. वो भी लिखा है नीचे, तो वो भी हम आगे देखेंगे. विजन, मिशन और एम आप सबको मालूम है. 1 लाख करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट उन्होंने एनविसाइज किया इन द नेक्स्ट 10 years इन द होटल इंडस्ट्री. लेट्स सी कितना होता है. काफ़ी होटल्स आ रहे हैं और काफ़ी अनाउंसमेंट्स भी हो रहे हैं. नागपुर में अभी तक एक ही 5 स्टार था, अभी पिछले 6 महीने में 5 5 स्टार्स का अनाउंसमेंट हो गया और काम भी चालू हो गया. 3 का काम भी चालू हो गया. सो पीपल आर सीरियस कि भाई हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री, जैसे कि प्रेसिडेंट सर ने कहा था कि कोविड टाइम्स था हमारा, काफ़ी चैलेंजिंग था, और राइट ऑफ कर दिया था होटल इंडस्ट्री को, हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री को. बट हम लोग वापस आए. टहनियों के कटने से क्या मैं फना हो जाऊंगा? मैं पेड़ सायेदार हूँ, फिर से घना हो जाऊंगा. तो फिर से घना हो गए और हो रहा है. नाउ इट इज़ बूमिंग, टेक ऑफ स्टेज पे है. पॉलिसी का सपोर्ट अगर मिला, हम लोग काफ़ी मेहनत कर रहे हैं. जो वहाँ पे प्रोसीजर है उसको सिंप्लीफाई करने की, procedure for application of subsidy, procedure for getting the things done. इसमें काफ़ी चीज़ों का हम लोग प्रयास कर रहे हैं, and me also from Nagpur, and our good friend Devendra Fadnavis also from Nagpur. We worked together in the past years. So he is approachable. We can directly put our issue before him, और कई चीज़ों पे एक्शन भी फास्ट होता है. यूडीसीआर का सर्कुलर नहीं आया, इलेक्शंस थे, अनाउंसमेंट कर दिया पॉलिसी में, पीपल वर वेटिंग टू गेट देयर मैप सैंक्शन, क्योंकि एफएसआई अगर सस्ते में मिलता है 50%, 100%, मीन्स अगर 12 मीटर का रोड रहा तो 2.5 टाइम्स यू कैन गेट द एफएसआई. वो सब लिखा हुआ है सर्कुलर में. तो सर्कुलर अर्बन डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट नहीं निकाल रहा था, टूरिज्म ने तो घोषित कर दिया, बट रिस्पेक्टिव जो मिनिस्ट्री है जब तक वो नहीं निकालता तब तक उसका कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होता. वो निकालने के लिए आज 8 महीने हो गए, क्योंकि 18 जुलाई 2024 को ये पॉलिसी आई थी, और अभी वो सर्कुलर आया है 15 दिन पहले, 10-12 दिन पहले, कि अब ये अर्बन डेवलपमेंट विल एक्सेप्ट. सो यू कैन हैव योर प्लानिंग, मास्टर प्लान जो आपके होटल का है या अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स का है, रिसोर्ट्स का है, यू कैन very well take that circular into consideration, talk with your architects, engineers, and do the needful. You will get the benefit of this FSI at a very cheaper rates. Focus on niche tourism, cruise tourism पे भी काफ़ी लिखा है, मुंबई के बारे में भी काफ़ी उसमें लिखा है, शॉर्ट में मैंने लिखा है, but it's all mentioned in the policy. जो जिस्ट है और जो अभी लेटेस्ट डेवलपमेंट है उसी पे मैं फोकस करूंगा. माइस के लिए भी काफ़ी उन्होंने जोर दिया है. मीटिंग्स, इंसेंटिव्स, कॉन्फ्रेंसेस एंड एग्जीबिशन ब्यूरोज. इट इज़ लाइक अ कन्वेंशन सेंटर. माइस कन्वेंशन सेंटर को भी उन्होंने टूरिज्म एलिजिबल टूरिज्म यूनिट, दे हैव कंसिडर्ड इट एज एलिजिबल टूरिज्म यूनिट अंडर दिस Tourism Policy 2024. Maharashtra Special Destination Development Program. Apart from the things mentioned in the Policy 24, now एक पीपीटी मॉडल भी वो लोग वर्क कर रहे हैं. काफ़ी जगह पे टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन जहाँ बनाना है तो पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप में टूरिज्म मिनिस्ट्री उसे अलॉट कर रही है. कुछ रिसोर्स भी उन्होंने पीपीपी मॉडल्स पे दिए हुए हैं. तो ये सब चीज़ें वी कैन टेक द बेनिफिट ऑफ ऑल दिस. महिंद्रा हैज टेकन वन रिसोर्ट ऑन पीपीपी मॉडल फ्रॉम एमटीडीसी, बिकॉज एमटीडीसी यू नो द पोजीशन कि कैसे चलते हैं. तो अगर उसमें प्राइवेट प्लेयर आके उसको लॉन्ग लीज पे दे रहे हैं अभी, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द एस्पेक्ट विच इज नॉट मेंशन्ड इन दिस पॉलिसी, बट दे आर डूइंग इट. रूरल टूरिज्म को भी प्रमोट करने काफ़ी चीज़ें लिखी हुई है, जैसे इको टूरिज्म है, एग्रो टूरिज्म है, उसके बारे में भी काफ़ी लिखा हुआ है. काफ़ी रिकॉग्निशंस, अवार्ड्स भी उन्होंने डिक्लेयर किए. बेस्ट टूरिज्म विलेजेस, हेरिटेज, एग्रो टूरिज्म, क्राफ्ट, एडवेंचर टूरिज्म, वेलनेस is also included. This is 18 July 24 the policy came, and this were my statement in the newspaper on 20th July, and really now it is taking off. Now this is the part which needs to be understood by all of you. मेगा प्रोजेक्ट क्या है और अल्ट्रा मेगा प्रोजेक्ट क्या है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ज़्यादातर मैं समझता हूँ कि मेट्रोस से या बिगर सिटीज से डेलीगेट्स आए हुए हैं, तो उनके लिए समझना ज़रूरी है कि a tourism unit will be awarded a mega, ultra mega project status as per the fixed capital investment and the direct investment, direct employment generated, दोनों भी है, and दोनों क्राइटेरिया फुलफिल करेंगे तब मेगा स्टेटस मिलेगा. सिर्फ इन्वेस्टमेंट का क्राइटेरिया फुलफिल किया तो नहीं मिलेगा, सिर्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट का किया तो नहीं मिलेगा. बोथ क्राइटेरिया नीड टू बी फुलफिल एंड दिस इज द टेबल. इधर से ज्यादा दिखेगा, थोड़ा ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट हो रहा है. इसमें भी प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक थी जीआर में, वो हमने करेक्ट करवाया अभी. मेगा प्रोजेक्ट क्लासिफिकेशन एरिया वाइज है. मुंबई, ठाणे, नवी मुंबई म्यूनिसिपल एरिया, विद इन द म्यूनिसिपल लिमिट, इस एरिया में अगर है तो इट इज क्लासिफाइड एज जोन ए. फिक्स कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट इन INR crores, 300 crores, then and 400 employment generation. Both the conditions need to be fulfilled, then it will get the status of mega project. Then Nashik, Pune, Aurangabad, Nagpur municipal corporations. Zone classification B means within the municipal limits. Fixed capital investment 150 CR, direct employment generation 200 CR. If both these conditions are fulfilled, it will get the mega status. Rest of the Maharashtra, ये ऊपर के A और B छोड़ के rest of the Maharashtra is classified as zone C. कहीं भी डालिए आप इस लिमिट के बाहर, 100 करोड़ में आपका प्रोजेक्ट मेगा प्रोजेक्ट रहेगा और सिर्फ 50 का एम्प्लॉयमेंट करना. इसके अलावा स्पेशली डिक्लेयर टूरिज्म जोन्स STZ and STD 50 crores and 50 crores direct employment generation, 50 number direct employment. वहाँ पे 500 लिखा था, प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक है बोले, जानबूझ के लिखा या प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक आई डोंट नो, बट 50 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट अगर STZ या STD में है और वहाँ 500 लिख दिया था तो थोड़ा सा मिसमैच था, तो अब वो 50-50 हो गया है. 50 का इन्वेस्टमेंट, 50 का एम्प्लॉयमेंट, बोथ द कंडीशंस फुलफिल, इट विल बी ट्रीटेड एज मेगा प्रोजेक्ट. और अगर अल्ट्रा मेगा प्रोजेक्ट यूनिट है 500 CR के ऊपर, देन इट विल बी ट्रीटेड एज अल्ट्रा मेगा प्रोजेक्ट एंड 800 एम्प्लॉइज, एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन 800, अल्ट्रा मेगा. इसके लिए जो बेनिफिट्स है ये मेंशन नहीं किए हैं, आपको मांगना है, आपको निगोशिएट करना है हाई एम्पावर्ड कमिटी से. प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी टूरिज्म is the chief of that committee and there are various members of that committee. So we have to make a presentation before them about our project, various benefits that will be given to the adjoining areas, how the tourism will be promoted, how the generation of employment will be there. We have to present our case, we have to give our techno-economy viability feasibility study report, and we have to demand कि हमको क्या इंसेंटिव चाहिए, यानी जो उनके दायरे में आते वही मांगना है. जो टैक्स रिबेट मांगना है, अगर हमको बाकी जगह अगर 80% है तो आप उसको 100% मांग सकते. तो दिस इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ मेगा कि कस्टमाइज्ड पैकेज ऑफ इंसेंटिव्स विल बी गिवन बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज्म. Then large tourism, scale tourism unit with investment more than medium service enterprises as defined under the MSME Act 2006 but less than mega projects will be classified as large scale tourism units. यानी बीच का मीडियम और मेगा के बीच में आएगा लार्ज. अब बजट में डेफिनेशन चेंज हो गई है MSME की, तो आपका प्रश्न आ सकता है कि अब कैसे. तो ये पॉलिसी उसके पहले बन गई, इसका जो पूरा एलोकेशन है बजटरी एलोकेशन उस बेस पे बना, उस डेफिनेशन की MSME की, तो ये इसमें चेंज नहीं होगा। नई डेफिनेशन जो आएगी इस पॉलिसी में लागू नहीं होगी, ऐसा हमें अभी वहाँ अथॉरिटीज़ ने कहा है। देन MSME, माइक्रो यूनिट है, 1 करोड़ तक का इन्वेस्टमेंट है और 10 का एम्प्लॉयमेंट है, तो इट विल कम अंडर माइक्रो टूरिज्म प्रोजेक्ट। स्मॉल अप टू 10 करोड़ इन्वेस्टमेंट, 15 का जनरेशन, और मीडियम अप टू 50 करोड़ एंड 25 का जनरेशन। तो इसके बेनिफिट्स अलग है। अब इसमें जो सबसे अट्रैक्टिव पार्ट है वो ये है, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट इंसेंटिव, जिसके वजह से इतने लोग आ रहे हैं कि 20 CR का मैक्सिमम कैप है इसमें, 20% और मैक्सिमम कैप इज 20 करोड़। इसका मतलब यह है कि कैटेगरीज दे दी है, होटल्स, मोटल्स, यूथ हॉस्टल्स, यूथ क्लब रिसोर्ट्स। इसके बारे में अभी आप क्वेश्चन मत करना कि यूथ हॉस्टल्स और यूथ क्लब रिसोर्ट्स क्या होते हैं, उनको भी नहीं मालूम, वो बना रहे हैं उसका क्या है। लॉग हट्स एंड कॉटेजेस, ये अगर है आपका तो आपको 20% ऑफ द एलिजिबल कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट और INR 20 करोड़, whichever is less. So maximum cap is 20 crores. Suppose your investment is 110 CR, then you will get 20 CR. 20% होता 22 crores, but maximum cap is 20 CR. If your project cost is 80 CR, you will get 16 crores. तो लोगों को ऐसा भी लगता है, जो कई लोग आते हैं अचानक से और किसी के रेफरेंस से, उनको ऐसा लगता है कि होटल प्रोजेक्ट चालू हो गया, मेरा मैप सेंक्शन में मैंने काम चालू कर दिया तो पैसे मिलेंगे, बट दिस इज नॉट द थिंग। इट विल बी गिवन इन 5 इक्वल एनुअल इंस्टॉलमेंट्स ऑफ द कमेंसमेंट ऑफ ऑपरेशंस। आपका होटल जब चालू हो जाएगा उसके अगले साल से आगे के 5 साल तक 4% 20% है ना, आपका जो भी इन्वेस्टमेंट वहाँ पे माना जाएगा, जिसके आप प्रूफ दोगे, उसका 4% पर ईयर, मीन्स 20% इन 5 years इक्वल एनुअल इंस्टॉलमेंट में आपको दिया जाएगा। दिस इज वन पार्ट। इसमें अगर सर्विस अपार्टमेंट, टूरिस्ट विला, टाइम शेयरिंग रिसोर्ट, रेंटल होम्स है तो 15% है। रेस्टोरेंट शब्द भी डाल दिया है उसमें, और रेस्टोरेंट का जो एक उन्होंने एक एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है GR में, उसमें लिखा है कि विथ 10 सीटर कैपेसिटी विथ गुड वॉशरूम्स एंड एयर कंडीशन। तो ऐसे होटल्स तो लाइन लग जाएंगी, पूरे महाराष्ट्र में ऐसे 10 लाख होटल आ जाएंगे उनके पास एप्लीकेशन करने। देन दे रियलाइज्ड कि यहाँ पे गड़बड़ है। उन्होंने अभी रेस्टोरेंट का ये कहा कि अभी हम लोग रेस्टोरेंट का स्पेसिफाई करेंगे क्राइटेरिया, उस हिसाब से आपको उसमें, मीन्स स्टैंड अलोन रेस्टोरेंट के लिए, होटल के साथ है तो इट विल बी पार्ट ऑफ द होटल। स्टैंड अलोन रेस्टोरेंट है तो अभी उसका क्राइटेरिया आने का है, अभी वो लोग इसकी एप्लीकेशन नहीं ले रहे, उसमें भी 15% या 15 करोड़ वॉट एवर इज लेस। ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म में कन्वेंशन सेंटर, वेलनेस सेंटर, टूरिस्ट फैसिलिटेशन सेंटर्स, ये सब चीज़ें हैं, उसमें 15% है। सो हाईएस्ट इज फॉर होटल्स, रिसोर्ट्स, मोटल्स और ये लॉग हट्स, कॉटेजेस, ये जो लिखा है ये सब, मीन्स रिसोर्ट इज ऑल्सो अंडर 20% सीलिंग, ये भी सब है। मल्टीप्लेक्स वालों ने भी अप्रोच किया था, पर उसमें लिखा है कि मल्टीप्लेक्स वीडियो गेम जोन्स ओनली इफ इट्स पार्ट ऑफ एनी अदर एलिजिबल टूरिज्म यूनिट। मीन्स अगर आप होटल खोलते हो या रिसोर्ट खोलते हो और उसके साथ मल्टीप्लेक्स लगाते हो, पार्ट ऑफ द सेम प्रोजेक्ट, अंडर द सेम अम्ब्रेला, अंडर द सेम कंपनी, और वीडियो गेम जोन्स ये सब लगाते हैं, देन इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज द कॉस्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। स्टैंड अलोन मल्टीप्लेक्स को नहीं माना जाएगा। ये यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्लियर किया। अल्ट्रा मेगा प्रोजेक्ट यूनिट के लिए 10% ऑफ द एलिजिबल कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट और INR 25 करोड़। अल्ट्रा मेगा तो उन्होंने 500 CR के ऊपर लिखा है, उसमें 25 करोड़ ही दे रहे हैं मैक्सिमम। तो ये अल्ट्रा मेगा को उतना बेनिफिट नहीं है। और क्या मिलेगा? कैपिटल सब्सिडी के अलावा ये भी मिलेगा। अगर जोन ए में है तो 50% ऑफ SGST ऑन नेट पेड। ये आपको समझना जरूरी है कि नेट पेड क्या होगा। बी में भी 75% है, सी में भी 100% है। सी जोन में फायदा है 10 इयर्स में रिकवर होगा। हमने इसके लिए भी डिमांड की है बी जोन के लिए और ए जोन के लिए कि उसका भी ड्यूरेशन बढ़ाया जाए, क्योंकि जब होटल नया स्टार्ट होता है तो उसको 2 साल थोड़ा स्टेबलाइज होने में लगता है, उसके बाद रेवेन्यू का फ्लो आता है, तब SGST का अमाउंट निकलेगा। रेवेन्यू नहीं होगा तो SGST कैसे निकलेगा? तो जो चालान से आप SGST पे करेंगे वो आपको वापस मिलेगा। तो ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन गया है, वापस एक बार HRAWI के लेटर हेड पे भी हम भेजना चाहेंगे, दूसरे होटल एसोसिएशंस ने भेजा हुआ है। उसके अलावा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ड्यूटी एग्जेम्पशन 15% ED है। आज इलेक्ट्रिक बिल के ऊपर 15% इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ड्यूटी लग के आती है। इफ योर इलेक्ट्रिक बिल इज ऑफ say 100 rupees per month, 15 rupees will be the electricity duty. Once you get a sanction under this policy, then you will have to give that copy of sanction letter to MSEDCL, अगर वहाँ से आपका जनरेशन है, पावर का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, तो they will stop charging this ED, so that will be your saving. वापस नहीं मिलने वाला, ED एग्जेम्पशन है। जो 15% लग के आ रहा बिल में, बिल कम हो जाएगा आपका। फॉर ए में है तो 5 years, बी में है तो 7 years, सी में है तो 10 years, STZ में है तो 10 years। उसके बाद इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टैरिफ रिफंड। जब पॉलिसी बन रही थी तो एक विषय आया कि होटल को बहुत ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टैरिफ लगता है, अराउंड 19 rupees to 21 rupees के बीच में पर यूनिट। तो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड नहीं मिल रही, कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस नहीं हो रहा अदर स्टेट के साथ। तो टूरिज्म डिपार्टमेंट जो है, दे अप्रोच दी एनर्जी डिपार्टमेंट, एनर्जी मिनिस्ट्री, कि साहब आप ये होटल्स के लिए इंडस्ट्री स्टेटस भी दिया है, तो इसको इंडस्ट्री के पार पे लाइए। इंडस्ट्री को 11 रुपये में बिजली मिल रही है, आज बढ़ने वाली है, अभी कुछ चल रहा है, काफ़ी कुछ हल्ला मचा हुआ है कि नया कुछ आ रहा है, नई पिटीशन आ रही है MERC की, उसमें वो उन्होंने रेट रिवीजन का रखा हुआ है इंडस्ट्री के लिए। इंडस्ट्री को 11 रुपये में मिल रही है, हमें 19 रुपये में मिल रही, 19 रुपीज़ में। तो आप ये जो होटल्स जितने बन रहे हैं उनको भी आप 11 रुपये पे दीजिए। MSEB ने बोला, MSEDCL ने, कि हम तो पहले ही, हमारी हालत आपको मालूम है, हम कुछ नहीं दे सकते, वी आर सॉरी, आप देखिए आपको क्या करना। तो उसके बाद ये डिसीजन हुआ कि ठीक है, वो नहीं दे रहे तो आपका जितना साल भर का टैरिफ है, मान लो आपके 5 लाख यूनिट जले हैं साल भर में, यू आर कंज्यूम 5 लाख यूनिट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूनिट्स, देन at the difference is 8 rupees tentatively, 19 minus 11, 8 rupees. So 5 lakhs into 8 is 40 lakhs, you will get refund. You will have to produce the necessary bills and the bill payment, और ये जो भी है उसकी प्रोसीजर वो करना है। तो that will be in the basket. एक बास्केट है, उसमें एक SGST का फल रखा है, एक ED एग्जेम्पशन रखा हुआ है, एक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टैरिफ रखा हुआ है, और एक और रखा हुआ है इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशंस। प्रदीप भाई, इसके लिए बहुत अपने को करना है, क्योंकि सिर्फ 50 लाख रुपए बोल रहे हो। 50 लाख इंटरेस्ट वेवर से क्या हो जाएगा? उठ के मुंह में जीरा है, पीनट से। आज होटल बनाने के लिए लोग बोले हमने छोटे होटल वालों के लिए सोचा, छोटे होटल वाले तो 1-2 करोड़ का लोन लेंगे तो भी 50 लाख वसूल हो जाएगी उसके, पर बड़े वालों के लिए कहा, जहाँ पे आज इंडस्ट्री में भी हमको 5% मिलता है, उसी की कॉपी यहाँ किया हुआ है, तो उन्होंने ये लिख दिया कि 50 lakhs विद इन द गिवन एलिजिबल पीरियड, इट शुड बी टिल द टेन्योर ऑफ द लोन, 50 लाख पर ईयर टिल द टेन्योर ऑफ द लोन। अगर 7 साल है तो 3.5 करोड़ या फायदा हो सकता है, कम से कम उतना होना चाहिए। उन्होंने मैक्सिमम कैप इधर सी में तो 30 ही लाख है, रेस्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में, मुंबई साइड में है तो 20 ही लाख देंगे, ये नासिक में है 25 लाख देंगे विद इन म्यूनसिपल लिमिट्स, और सिर्फ जो STZ है वहाँ पे 50 लाख किया हुआ है। तो इसके लिए हम लोग फाइट कर रहे हैं, वी आर स्ट्रांगली रिप्रेजेंटिंग दी अथॉरिटीज़। ये और दूसरा 1-2 मुद्दे हैं जो MSEDSL में भी लोग क्या है कि वेवर नहीं दे रहे, सर्कुलर नहीं आया, उसके लिए भी सर्कुलर निकालने के लिए जोर दिया जा रहा है कि यहाँ से मिल गया, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज्म से सैंक्शन एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया, बट दे आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग, बोले हमको नहीं मालूम। तो ये कोऑर्डिनेशन जो है 7 डिफरेंट मिनिस्ट्री से करना है टूरिज्म को, अभी 2 का हुआ है। स्टैम्प ड्यूटी का भी प्रॉब्लम था, स्टैम्प ड्यूटी वेवर का भी रेवेन्यू को गया नहीं था, रेवेन्यू ने सर्कुलर नहीं निकाला था, नवंबर तक तो ऐसे ही चला, वहाँ से वो इशू कर देते थे स्टैम्प ड्यूटी वेवर सर्टिफिकेट, इधर आप जाके स्टैम्प ड्यूटी को देते थे रेवेन्यू में, तो वो बोलता था हमको कोई नॉलेज नहीं है, वी आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग दिस। ना वो आ गया और UDD का 2 सर्कुलर आए और 5 बाकी है। तो ये एक चीज है। इसके अलावा ये छोटे छोटे बेनिफिट्स दिए हैं, नेशनल सर्टिफिकेशन 2 लाख रुपए, रिएम्बर्समेंट 10 lakhs फॉर इंटरनेशनल सर्टिफिकेशन, सस्टेनेबिलिटी इनिशिएटिव्स इंसेंटिव, ये एक नया इसमें डाला हुआ है, इंसेंटिव अप टू 25%, अप टू 25% ऑफ व्हाट, 25% ऑफ व्हाट, प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट, नो, तुमने जो उस इनिशिएटिव पे खर्चा किया है, रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग है, उसके बाद सीवेज सिस्टम है, ड्रेनेज सिस्टम है, या उसमें लिखा हुआ है, काफ़ी चीज़ें लिखी हुई है, ये है। इस पे अगर आप रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी है, सोलर, इस पे जो खर्चा किया है उसका 25% वो लोग आपको रिएम्बर्स करेंगे। और सीलिंग कितनी है, 25 lakhs मैक्सिमम, यानी आपने 2 करोड़ का खर्चा अगर किए इस सस्टेनेबिलिटी इनिशिएटिव्स पे, उसके बिल प्रोड्यूस किए, तो आपको 50 लाख नहीं मिलेगी, मैक्सिमम कैप इज 25 lakhs, इसके ऊपर नहीं मिलेगा। तो ऐसा प्लान करके करना पड़ेगा। स्टैम्प ड्यूटी का लिखा हुआ है नीचे में, जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, विच इज द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ दिस पॉलिसी। जब भी कोई आप प्रोजेक्ट चालू करना चाहते हैं, तो जब भी आप लैंड खरीदते हैं या कोई, आज इसमें सबसे अच्छी चीज ये है कि उन्होंने बोला कि लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग, अगर बिल्डिंग भी आप तैयार खरीद रहे हैं तो भी उस पर भी देंगे, ये लिखा हुआ है। पुरानी स्कीम में नहीं था, 2016 में ओनली ऑन द लैंड इट वाज रिटन, नाउ दे हैव एडेड सेल डेट एग्जीक्यूटेड इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ परचेज, लीज ऑफ लैंड एंड बिल्ट अप एरिया भी कर दिया है। मीन्स आपने सेमी फिनिश कोई कंस्ट्रक्शन खरीदा है, आधा अधूरा ढांचा खरीदा है, बिल्ट अप एरिया है, उसमें सैंक्शन मैप है उसका, तो वो भी आपको उसकी दोनों की मिला के जो वैल्यू है उस पर आपको स्टैम्प ड्यूटी एग्जेम्पशन मिलेगा। प्रोवाइडेड दैट द सेल डीड, लीज डीड इज एंटर इनटू ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ पॉलिसी, यानी अभी अगर आप करते हैं पॉलिसी आने के बाद तो मिलेगा। इसके बाद जब बैंक की लोन लेते हैं तो उस पर जो मॉर्गेज की स्टैम्प ड्यूटी लगती है, हाइपोथिकेशन की लगती है, इट इज ऑल्सो वेव्ड, उसका भी सर्टिफिकेट यहाँ से लेके वो भी पैसे हम बचा सकते हैं। अगर आपने 50 करोड़ का लोन लिया तो अगर आपको उसके ऊपर में 0.2% भी स्टैम्प ड्यूटी लग रही है तो ये उसमें काफ़ी अमाउंट हो जाता है, दैट वी कैन सेव बाय टेकिंग दिस सर्टिफिकेट। ये एमएसएमई के लिए है, एमएसएमई के लिए बहुत ही कम है, 50 करोड़ के अंदर जो प्रोजेक्ट है वो है ये। 5 साल में 7 साल में कहाँ से रिकवर करेंगे? कम से कम 10 साल होना चाहिए तो कुछ रिकवर होगा उसका। पहले तो 2 साल तो बोलते कि मैं बिलिंग कैसे करूं, लोग तो पैसे नहीं दे रहे। जो बड़े ब्रांड्स के साथ एसोसिएटेड है वो डिफरेंट स्टोरी है, पर जो खुद चला रहे तो उसके तो सब पहचान के, जितने उस सिटी में लोग हैं सब उसके आपस वाले हैं, तो वो बोलते कि भाई बैंक्वेट लिया, 25 लाख की शादी किया, बिल मत दो, कैश ले लो, तो उसका एजीएसटी कहाँ से रिकवर होगा? दैट इज द प्रैक्टिकल थिंग। अभी मैं करीब 25 साल से प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ सब्सिडी की, तो अलग अलग मुद्दे सामने आते हैं, तो एक्सपीरियंस से एक एक चीज मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ कि क्या हो। दिखने में बहुत अच्छी है पॉलिसी, लेकिन उसको प्रॉपर प्लानिंग के साथ अगर आपने इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं किया, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू डिराइव द बेनिफिट्स विच आर ऑफर्ड। तो इसलिए प्लानिंग करना जरूरी है पॉलिसी के साथ। इसमें भी सेम है, 50 लाख रुपए मैक्सिमम इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन है। ये एग्रो टूरिज्म वगैरह का दिया है, उसमें कुछ मिलता नहीं है। बहुत से लोग आ जाते हैं कि मैं खेत है एग्रो टूरिज्म कर डालता हूँ, मेरे को दिलाओ, वैसा कुछ है नहीं। एग्रो टूरिज्म के लिए उन्होंने एनए की जो कंडीशन है वो वेव कर दी है, और वैसे अभी सर्कुलर आया कि एनए की कंडीशन सबके लिए वेव हो जाएगी। लेकिन उसमें आयरनी ऐसी है या कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन ऐसा है कि अगर आप एनए नहीं कराते हैं और फिर टाउन प्लानिंग में जाते हैं सैंक्शन कराने, तो बोलते हैं एनए नहीं किया तुमने, एनए के बगैर मैं कैसा उसको जोन में लूँ। तो वो अब एक मुद्दे के लिए अभी एनए का सर्कुलर अभी आया कि एनए कराने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, वो पहले भी था पर अभी वो ऑफिशियली आया। पर उसमें यानी कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है टाउन प्लानिंग डिपार्टमेंट एंड दिस रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट जो एनए देता है। तो ये कैसे होगा पता नहीं, बट अभी आया है सर्कुलर। अब ये इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है जो लास्ट पॉलिसी के बाद से कुछ ख्याल में आए, यानी मीन्स पॉलिसी आने के बाद से अभी तक। ये मैंने आपको बताया कैसे पेमेंट मिलेगा। फाइव इक्वल एनुअल इंस्टॉलमेंट। बहुत से लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने 20 करोड़ रुपया तुरंत एक ही शॉट में मेरे अकाउंट में आ जाए तो मजा आ जाएगी, तो वैसी मजा तो मिलती नहीं, ये इसी प्रकार से आएगी, तो प्लान करना पड़ेगा। एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया, unit must have made the first investment or obtained a term loan or construction permission after policy notification. ये क्राइटेरिया के हिसाब से तो आधे से ज़्यादा यूनिट बाहर हो जाएंगे। इसके लिए भी हमने बोला है, अगर 3 साल पहले किसी का प्रोजेक्ट शुरू हुआ है तो पहला इन्वेस्टमेंट तो उसका 3 साल पहले हो गया, और नीचे वो लिखते हैं कि लास्ट 3 इयर्स के इन्वेस्टमेंट हम कंसिडर करेंगे, और ऊपर लिखते हैं कि फर्स्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट पॉलिसी के बाद होना चाहिए 18 जुलाई 2024 के बाद। तो दोनों कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी है। अभी लिखा है उन्होंने नीचे, इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड ऑपरेशन, न्यू एक्सपेंशन यूनिट मस्ट कमेंस ऑपरेशन एंड एक्वायर्ड फिक्स एसेट विद इन 4 years प्रायर टू सीओडी। सपोज टुडे इज 28 फरवरी, 1 मार्च को मेरा सीओडी हो रहा है, मीन्स कमेंसमेंट ऑफ ऑपरेशंस। तो 4 साल से मैं इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, तो ये कैसे फुलफिल कर पाऊंगा मैं, पहला जो क्राइटेरिया है। तो वो लोगों को भी ध्यान में आया है, दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड अ वे एंड क्लैरिफिकेटरी उसमें स्टेटमेंट आएगा तो हो जाएगा। कैपिटल इंसेंटिव किसको मिलेगा? कई 2016 के पॉलिसी वाले भी आ गए थे हमारे ऑफिस में कि साहब इसमें भी करा दो, तो उसको नहीं मिले। जो 2024 के अंदर सैंक्शन हुआ है नए पॉलिसी में, जिसका सैंक्शन हुआ है, ओनली दैट यूनिट्स आर एलिजिबल। ये हाई पावर कमेटी मैंने आपको बताया, चीफ सेक्रेटरी अप्रूव द हायर इंसेंटिव कंसेशन। 200% भी मांग सकते हैं आप, लेकिन सिर्फ आपकी रिकवर करने की ताकत हो ना। आपका 100 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है, आप 200 करोड़ की इंसेंटिव मांगो, पर अभी उन्होंने एक लाइन डाला है नोटिफिकेशन में कि इट विल नॉट एक्सीड द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। द टोटल क्वांटम ऑफ इंसेंटिव विल नॉट एक्सीड द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। तो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस हाई पावर कमिटी? 100 पे 100 तो वैसे भी मिल रहे हैं बहुत सी जगह पे, सी में मिल रहा है, STZ में, STD सी जोन में मिल रहा है। 100 रुपये लगाओ, 100 वापस है 10 साल में, नॉर्मल कोर्स में है। तो अगर आप 100% के ऊपर नहीं देना चाहते तो हाई पावर कमेटी का अर्थ नहीं है। अब ये 3-4 नई चीजें डाला है। मिशन ट्रेवल फॉर लाइफ, ये आपको निकालना है। अभी हमारे जो सर थे वो शायद इसी डिपार्टमेंट के थे। रेटिंग कंपलसरी है, स्टार रेटिंग लेना है। कई ऐसे हमारे मित्र हैं होटल्स वाले, बोले हमको नहीं लेना है, स्टार रेटिंग लिए भी खर्चे बढ़ जाते हैं, टैक्स बढ़ जाता है, NMC का म्यूनसिपल टैक्स बढ़ जाता, पानी का बिल का टैक्स ये बढ़ जाता, क्या करूँ लेके, टैरिफ थोड़ी बढ़ता है, पर ये लेना पड़ता है, एक्साइज भी बढ़ता होगा, तो पर ये लेना जरूरी है। पॉलिसी में ये नहीं लेंगे तो सैंक्शन नहीं देंगे, तो ये आपको लेना है। न्यू टूरिज्म units owned and managed by women entrepreneurs, SC, ST, women entrepreneurs or SC, ST differently abled with minimum equity participation of 51% in the entity will be entitled to an additional 5% capital incentive. अब ये लाइन पढ़ के अपने इंडिया में तो जुगाड़ टेक्नोलॉजी है, सब अपना दिमाग लेके आ गए। मैं ऐसा कर देता हूँ, मेरे वाइफ का 51 कर देता हूँ, मैं 49 कर देता पार्टनरशिप, और ऐसा कर लेता, तो बाकी का कहाँ होगा? तुम्हारी इतने साल से फर्म चल रही, इनकम टैक्स चल रहा, तू इधर मेजोरिटी वाइफ को सिर्फ 5% के लिए, तो बाकी का ढांचा भी देखते हुए करना है। अगर आप नई एंटिटी बना रहे हैं, नई कंपनी बना रहे हैं, नई फर्म बना रहे हैं, देन यू कैन प्लान दिस। बट अभी ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है और ये 5% के लिए कई लोग बोलते हैं कि हम ऐसा कर देते तो हमको 5% ज़्यादा मिलेगा, 20 करोड़ की जगह 25 करोड़ मिलेगा। बट वेदर इट इज़ रियली वर्थ डूइंग इट, बाकी के जो पैरामीटर्स है यू हैव टू चेक। MSME के लिए 7 साल बहुत कम है, 50 करोड़ के अंदर के प्रोजेक्ट के लिए बढ़ाना चाहिए। नेट SGST जो लिखा है वो ग्रॉस SGST होना चाहिए। नेट SGST यानी आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट, whatever you have paid by the challan during a particular year, that only will be refunded. हालांकि होटल के केस में 20% के ऊपर इनपुट आता नहीं है। जो हमने देखा है कि 100 रुपये अगर आप GST भरते हो कस्टमर्स से लेके, तो -20 होता है आपका जो ITC है, वो ज़्यादा होता नहीं, मैक्सिमम 25%। पूरी चीज़ अगर बिलिंग में है तो 25%, तो भी 75% आपको क्लेम करने के लिए बचता है, दैट यू कैन क्लेम। इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन ऑन टर्म लोन इज ओनली 50 lakhs, इट शुड बी इंक्रीज्ड। ओनली स्पेसिफाइड रेस्टोरेंट्स विल बी एलिजिबल, ये अभी उन्होंने बोला कि हम अभी उसका निकालेंगे, क्योंकि अभी हमारे पे यहाँ तो नागपुर में तो हल्दीराम है, उनकी तो 40-50 रेस्टोरेंट्स आ रही है ऑल ओवर महाराष्ट्र। तो पहले हमको आके मिले कि भैया क्या है बताओ, तो फिर उन्होंने वहाँ पे रोक दिए है कि अभी नहीं लेंगे, अभी पहले हम क्राइटेरिया समझेंगे क्या देना है। यानी अभी जो प्रेजेंट स्टाफ है वो अभी जो लोड आया है प्रपोजल्स का वो हैंडल नहीं कर पा रहा, तो अगर रेस्टोरेंट भी अगर आ गई तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगी। डिपार्टमेंट में स्किल्ड स्टाफ जो है इस पॉलिसी को हैंडल करने के लिए डेडिकेटेड, वो कम है। रिटेल जोन सच एस, ये तो लिखा हुआ है कि ओनली इफ इट्स पार्ट ऑफ द eligible tourism unit. ये आखिरी का पॉइंट थोड़ा आप पढ़ सकते हैं, पढ़ के थोड़ा आपको समझेगा, फिर बाकी मैं समझाता हूँ। 2016 में जिन्होंने लिया है पीआर या प्रोविजनल रजिस्ट्रेशन लिया या एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट लिया, ऐसे बहुत से केसेस है महाराष्ट्र, पर उसका होटल 2024 तक चालू नहीं हुआ। 2016 की पॉलिसी कब तक थी? It was up to 18 July 2024. The policy of 2016 was in existence. अगर किसी ने 1 जुलाई 2024 को पीआर लिया हुआ है, पीआर लेना पड़ता है, प्रोविजनल रजिस्ट्रेशन, फाइनल सैंक्शन के पहले प्रोविजनल लेना पड़ता है, और उसका यूनिट 1 जुलाई को उसने पीआर लिया, उसका यूनिट अभी चालू हो रहा आफ्टर द पॉलिसी पीरियड, तो उसको इस पॉलिसी के बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे कि नहीं ये लिखा है, उसको मिलेगी ये पॉलिसी के बेनिफिट्स, क्योंकि उसका ऑपरेशनल नहीं हुआ, इट वॉज इन द ट्रांजिशन फेज, सो दे विल गेट ऑल द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ दिस 2024 पॉलिसी। ऐसे काफ़ी लोग हैं जिनका काम चालू था और अभी पूरा हुआ, तो वो उन्होंने उस वक्त पीआर लिया था 2016 में की स्कीम में, पर अभी उनका फाइनल सैंक्शन होने का है। ये एडिशनल एफएसआई का सर्कुलर जो आया उसमें ये लिखा हुआ है। रोड की विड्थ कितनी है? मुंबई रीजन के लिए यहाँ पे अलग है, और मुंबई में क्या है कि हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ नहीं है, वर्टिकल है, तो वहाँ ज़्यादा दिया हुआ है। 18 मीटर पे अप टू 4 एफएसआई, अप टू 5, 27 मीटर का रोड है अगर आपके प्रॉपर्टी के सामने, तो ये है। रेस्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के लिए एडिशनल एफएसआई लिमिट शैल बी अप्लीकेबल एज अबव और एज पर द लोकल डीसीआर नॉर्म्स विच एवर इज हायर। प्रीमियम देना है, 50% देना है, 50% प्रीमियम देना है, जितना एक्चुअल कॉस्ट है उसका 50% देना है, ऐसा कोई मुझे किसी ने बताया, अभी कोई लिखा नहीं है लेकिन वैसा है। वायबिलिटी गैप फंडिंग एक इसमें है, ऑपरेशनल ग्रांट ड्यूरिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑन फर्स्ट 4 years, पर इसका अभी मॉडस ऑपरेंडी आया नहीं है। ये हमने वुमन के बारे में बात किया। टूर ऑपरेटर्स के लिए भी यहाँ पे कुछ दिया हुआ है। टैक्स रिबेट, मिनिमम टर्नओवर होना चाहिए 20 लाख रुपए। डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग्स का भी लिया हुआ है। मेडिकल टूरिज्म ऑपरेटर्स, सभी फील्ड कवर की हुई। कोई टूरिज्म इवेंट में कोई स्टॉल लगाते हैं तो 50% ऑफ द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेंटल ऑफ स्टॉल स्पेस एट द इवेंट और INR 2 lakh विच एवर इज लोअर विल बी रियम्बर्स्ड। महाराष्ट्र के बाहर लगाए तो 3 लाख मिलेगा। इंटरनेशनल में अगर लगाते हैं कहीं तो 5 लाख रुपए आपको स्टॉल को वापस मिलेगा इफ यू आर रजिस्टर्ड एज ए एलिजिबल टूरिज्म यूनिट अंडर दिस पॉलिसी। फेयर अगर आप करवाते हैं तो 10 लाख रुपए पर ऑर्गेनाइजर, जो ऑर्गेनाइज करने वाली एजेंसी है उसको मिलेगा। अवार्ड्स अलग अलग दिए गए। टूरिज्म विलेज बना दिए अगर तो 10 करोड़ रुपए का अवार्ड है, कलेक्टर देगा। ऐसा सब दिया हुआ। बेस्ट एग्रो टूरिज्म यूनिट, बेस्ट होम स्टे, यानी आपके घर में अगर आपने 2 रूम बना लिए सेपरेट, उसे होम स्टे कहते हैं इनके डेफिनेशन के हिसाब से, विथ सेपरेट वॉशरूम्स डेडिकेटेड, और आपका आप भी रहते हैं साथ में, उसको होम स्टे करते हैं। होम स्टे वाले को भी दिया है। क्लस्टर अगर बना है तो उसके लिए भी है। क्या क्या इंक्लूड होता है ये इम्पोर्टेंट है, ये थोड़ा समझ लीजिए। पहले के पॉलिसी में फर्नीचर नहीं था, तो फर्नीचर अब आ गया है, क्योंकि फर्नीचर इंडस्ट्री को के इसमें इनएलिजिबल था इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी में, उसी की कॉपी यहाँ मार दिया था कि फर्नीचर विल बी इनएलिजिबल फॉर होटल प्रोजेक्ट्स, जबकि फर्नीचर इज अ मेजर एसेट फॉर होटल्स, नाउ दे हैव कंसीडर। जो कैपिटल सब्सिडी है उसमें आपकी लैंड कॉस्ट कंसीडर नहीं की जाएगी, एक्सक्लूडिंग लैंड कॉस्ट। मान लो 50 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है, 10 करोड़ की लैंड कॉस्ट है ऑन पेपर, तो 40 करोड़ पे ही आपकी कैपिटल सब्सिडी का कैलकुलेशन होगा। गुडविल वगैरह सब इसमें लिया नहीं जाएगा, ये सब डिसअलाउड है। एक्सपांशन की एक बहुत बड़ी तकलीफ है, एक्सपांशन में भी देते हैं, वो भी जितना न्यू प्रोजेक्ट में दे रहे एक्सपांशन को भी दे रहे। सपोज आपका 100 रूम का होटल है और आप 40 रूम बना रहे एक्सपांड, देन यू विल नॉट बी एलिजिबल अंडर द एक्सपांशन। यू हैव टू इंक्रीज योर कैपेसिटी बाय 50%। तो 50 रूम के ऊपर जब आप एडिशनल बनाएंगे तो जो एडिशनल 50 रूम का खर्चा हुआ है दैट विल बी कंसिडर्ड फॉर इंसेंटिव अंडर दिस पॉलिसी, उसमें कैपिटल सब्सिडी भी मिलेगी आपको। एग्रो टूरिज्म है, उसमें दिया है, मुझे चिट्ठी भी आई है कि अवार्ड्स के लिए बेसब्री से इंतज़ार हो रहा है। तो ये अब बाकी जो चीज़ें हैं मैं प्रेजेंटेशन दिया हुआ है, आप शेयर कर दीजिए और मेरा नंबर भी है, इसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम रहा तो आई एम अवेलेबल। ये महाराष्ट्र के कुछ, ये हमारा ताड़ोबा का शेर है, आप सबकी दोस्ती 7 सुरों का साज है, आप जैसे दोस्तों पर हमें नाज है, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए ज़िंदगी में दोस्ती कल भी वैसी रहेगी जैसी आज है। चाहे सब्सिडी आए न आए, मिले न मिले, ऋषि जी काफ़ी चिंतित थे मिलेगी कि नहीं मिलेगी, सब कर रहे हैं पर मिलेगी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, sir, for your insightful thought. And may I request Mr. Gurbir Bedi to felicitate CA Zulfish Shah. Thank you, sir. With that, we conclude the insightful segment of the conclave. As we move forward, let's continue to empower, innovate, and elevate the hospitality industry together. Now we turn on one of the most anticipated moments of the event, the award ceremony, where we celebrate excellence and recognize outstanding contribution to the hospitality sector. We start with the first award, Contribution to Ecotourism and Industry Stay, Luxury Stay in Nasik. Mr. Kiran Chavan, a visionary leader behind Green Space Reality, known for his successful development around Nashik. As the director of Viveda Wellness Retreat and Great Country Resort, he has pioneered eco-friendly project with blend sustainability with luxury. A passionate environmentalist, Mr. Chavan compassion and nature conservation and innovative sustainable solution in his business venture. May I request Mr. Paramjit Singh Ghai of HRAWI to present a recognition of contribution to eco-tourism and luxury stay in Nashik to Mr. Kiran Chavan, Chairman and Managing Director of the Great Country Eco Resort and the Biodiversity Park, Nashik. Next award is Pioneers in Nashik's Boutique Wineries. Mr. Shailesh Pai is the India's first wine professional who made history in the 1980s by launching India's first sparkling wine in Europe. In 2007, he founded Vallone Vineyard, India's premier boutique winery, and has since remained dedicated to crafting premium wines that have earned numerous awards and recognition both nationally and internationally. His unwavering passion and expertise has positioned Vallone as a leader in India's wine industry. May I request Mr. Kamlesh Barot to present the award to Mr. Shailendra Pai, owner and founder Vallone Vineyard, in recognition of pioneers of Nashik's boutique wineries. So, nevertheless, we are like Mr. Pai of Vallone Vineyard has arranged a wine tasting with light refreshment at the restaurant. That's a Governor Saab restaurant in the same floor. Request you all to please join after the ceremony over there, please. Thank you. So the next award is Transformative Impact on Nashik's Wine Tourism. Sula Vineyard, established in 1997, and India's leading wine producer and a pioneer in country's wine industry. With a commitment of crafting high-quality wines, Sula has earned international recognition for its premium varietal grown in the scenic vineyard of Nashik. Known for its innovative approach and dedication to sustainability, Sula Vineyard offers a diverse range of wines, making it a private among wine lovers in India and abroad. May I request Mr. Rishi Mehra from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Sanjeev Paitankar, Deputy General Manager of Sula Vineyard, Nashik, in recognition of transformation impact on Nashik's wine tourism. And congratulations. Next award is for the legacy restaurant operating since 1950s, Inayat Cafe, an iconic Iranian cafe founded in 1958 by Mr. Javed Falah, has been beloved local favorite for over 67 years, now run by Mrs. Falah and her son, Mr. Shada Falah. The cafe continues its legacy with mouth-watering Mughlai dishes like butter chicken and tandoori chicken, earning honors from Swiggy and Zomato. Known for its dedication to quality and customer satisfaction, Inayat Cafe remains a cherished destination for food lovers. May I request Mr. Suhas Auchat from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Shada Falah, owner of Inayat Cafe, Nasik, in recognition of legacy restaurant operating since 1950s. Congratulations. Next award is for Legacy Restaurant operating since 1950s. Mr. Pankaj Dilip Rahane, a hotel management and MBA graduate from Pune, carries forward the legacy of the hotel Mazda and Cafe, the oldest hotel in Nashik city. Founded by his grandfather, late Shri Murlidhar Lakshman Rahane, and late managed by his father, Mr. Dilip Murlidhar Rahane. Hotel Mazda and Cafe is renowned for its food, liquor, and exceptional services. Pankaj firmly believed that creating, managing, and maintaining consistency in quality and service is what truly defined the legacy. May I request Mr. Vikramraj Shetty from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Pankaj Dilip Rahani, owner Mazda Restaurant and Cafe, in recognition of the legacy restaurant operating since 1950s. Mr. Ahin Sardar will be collecting this award on behalf of Mr. Rahani. Congratulations. Next award is for the pioneer of luxury farm stay, Advait and Uttara Kher, the founder of Nashik's Utopia Farm Stay, hospitality expertise and warmth their venture. Having made while working at the Taj and with Uttara being crowned as Miss India World in 1982, their journey has been one of the passion, and dedicated together, they created Utopia Farm Stay, a serene retreat located between Gangapur Lake and Sahyadri Mountains, offering a peaceful escape from the rush of the city. May I request Mr. Amit Kumar Sharma from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Advait Kher, proprietor, Utopia Farm Stay, Nashik, in recognition of pioneer of luxury farm stay. Our next award is Hospitality Leadership and Association Formation. Late Mr. Radha Krishan Chandak, Mr. Hemant Takle, Mr. Satish Shanbag, and Mr. Jitubai Parekh are the visionary founders of the Nashik Hotel Association, have played a key role in shaping the hospitality industry in Nashik. Their collective efforts in promoting and supporting local hotels and businesses have earned them great respect and recognition, contributing significantly to the city's vibrant hospitality scene. May I request Mr. Sheri Bhatia from HRAWI to present the award to the founders of Nashik Hotel Association in recognition of the Hospitality Leadership and Association Formation. Mr. Hemant Takle and Mr. Jitubai Parekh, please come on with us. Rahul Chandak will receive the award on behalf of Mr. Jitubai. Congratulations and thank you. So our next award is Traditional South Indian Cuisine and Cultural Impact. Ms. Uma Ramesh Iyer, a retired banker and dedicated social worker, recognized a gap in Nashik for authentic South Indian cuisine and created a masterful copy to bring the rich flavors of Kerala and Tamil cuisine in the city. Inspired by the traditional family recipes, her venture has quickly become a beloved hotspot and celebrated for its authentic taste, warm ambience, and nostalgic dining experience. Through her passion, she has successfully kept the legacy of Indian flavors alive while delighting food lovers in Nashik. May I request Mr. Narendra Somani from HRAWI to present the award to Srimati Uma Ramesh Iyer, founder and chef of Amma's Tiffin, in recognition of traditional South Indian cuisine and cultural impact. Congratulations. Our next award is for homemaker turned luxury hotel chef. Chef Yogita Sunamni, a passionate home cook, found her true calling when she joined the pre-opening team at Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa Nashik, where the focus was on promoting local cuisine. Among many contenders, she proved herself as the most talented and graceful, earning her key role in hotel's kitchen team. Since then, Yogita has had successful journey serving authentic local delicacies that had earned her praise from guests and recognition on social media for her exceptional skill and dedication. May I request Mr. Anil Patoria from HRAWI to present the award to Chef Yogita Sonavni, Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa Nashik, in recognition of homemaker turned luxury hotel chef. May I request Mr. Bedi, Mr. Gurpreet Singh Bedi to come and felicitate Ms. Bedi. And congratulations. Next award is Pioneering Farmer Producers Company for the Hospitality Supply Chain. Guided by the belief that alone we can do little, together we can do so much, Mr. Vilas Shinde and 3 other smallholder farmers embarked on the transformation journey that has grown into Sahyadri Farms, India's leading fruits and vegetable export company. Serving over 18,000 registered farmers across 31,000 acres, Sahyadri's vision has always been to empower smallholder farmers to produce the highest quality fresh produce while overcoming barriers to finance, technology and product value addition. The dedication continues to shape the future of India's agriculture. May I request Mr. Harpreet Singh Neer from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Dhananjay Gawale, Head of the Admin and Tourism, Sahyadri Farms, in recognition of Pioneering Farmer Producer Company for Hospitality Supply Chain. Congratulations. Next award is for the local talent gaining national recognition. Mr. Prasann Gauri, a proud Nashikar, has worked with renowned hotel brands like Taj, Accor, Hyatt and Hilton before returning to his root at Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa, Nashik in 2021. With his expertise and passion for food and beverages, he has successfully led the team, earning the recognition and appreciation of Nashik's food lovers. May I request Mr. Tej Takle from HRAWI to present the award to Chef Prasann Gauri, Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa Nashik in recognition of local talent gaining national recognition. Congratulations. Next award is for long-time Public Relation Officer of Abhar Nashik, Mr. Manohar Ahire, the Public Relations Officer for the Association of Bar, Hotels and Restaurant in Nashik for past 10 years, has been instrumental in membership drives and coordinating with government agencies on hotelier issues. A dedicated social activist, he has also worked with the Promoters and the Builders Association and as a freelancer journalist for various weekly publications and new channels in Nashik. May I request Mr. Haresh Tangal from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Manohar Ahire, Public Relations Officer, Abhar Nashik, in recognition of long-time Public Relations Officer of Abhar Nashik. Congratulations, sir. Next award is for the founder of one of the India's largest thali chain, Mrs. Abha Chandak and Mr. Rahul Chandak, the founder of the Manbhavan Premium Thali restaurant has redefined the dining experience with their exceptional thali offerings. Their commitment to quality and authentic flavor has made Manbhavan a beloved destination for the food lovers, earning them well-deserved recognition in the kitchen world. May I request Mr. Sheri Bhatia from HRAWI to present the award to Mr. Abha Chandak and Mr. Rahul Chandak, founder of Manbhavan Premium Thali Restaurant, in recognition of founder of one of the India's largest thali chain. Congratulations. Our next award is for the excellent contribution to the hospitality industry. May I request Mr. Pradeep Shetty, immediate past president of HRAWI, to present the award to Mr. Rishi Mehra, owner of Radisson Blu Hotel and Spa Nashik, in recognition of excellent contribution to the hospitality industry. Congratulations, sir. Next award is for the excellent contribution to the hospitality industry, where I'm requesting Mr. Jimmy Shaw, President HRAWI, to present this award to Mr. Tej Takle, Director of the Hotel Emerald Park, Nashik, in recognition of the excellent contribution to the hospitality industry. Congratulations to all our awardees. Following the award ceremony, I am pleased to invite Mr. Gurbir Singh Bedi, Honorary Treasurer of HRAWI, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the end of this inspiring and insightful conclave, it is my honor to extend a vote of thanks on behalf of the HRAWI. Firstly, my deepest gratitude to all our esteemed speakers, panelists, and dignitaries who have graced us with their presence and shared their invaluable insights. Your contributions have truly enriched our discussions and provided us with new perspectives to navigate the future of hospitality. A special thank you to all our sponsors. I would like to start with Ingram Micro, India Tourism, Revnomics, and whose generous support has made this event possible. Your commitment to the industry is commendable, and we appreciate your unwavering support. I'm sorry I missed out Tourism of India as well. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Radisson Blu and Spa, Nashik, for the exceptional hospitality, Mr. Rishi Mehra, Mr. Tej Takle, for their outstanding support and contribution in ensuring a seamless and executing this event wonderfully. To the organizing committee and our dedicated team, your meticulous planning and efforts have ensured the success of this conclave. Your hard work behind the success and the scenes has not gone unnoticed, and we sincerely appreciate it. Lastly, to our esteemed members and delegates, thank you for your participation and engagement. Your enthusiasm and passion for hospitality inspire us to continue our mission of empowering the industry. Let us take forward the learnings, collaborations, and connections made today to drive the hospitality sector towards greater heights. We look forward to seeing you again in all our future events. Thank you. Before I end, may I request all of you to enjoy and proceed to the Governor Sahib for some lovely starters and a wine tasting, which is hosted by Velone, and followed by lunch, which will be served right outside this venue at the pre-function area. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request all the awardees to come on the dais. Would like to take a group photograph of all the awardees. Please come on the dais with your awards, please. Request all of you to get your awards in your hand. Thank you everyone. May I request all of you to join for the lunch at the pre-function area. Also, there is a wine tasting and the light refreshment is arranged at the Governor Saab restaurant. May I request you all to please join for the same. Thank you everyone once again.